So, my name's Adam Koebel. I am a game designer, and I'm a streamer, and I play a lot of role-playing games.
Woo.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I'm currently the dungeon master of a Ravnica set magic-themed tabletop role-playing game campaign on twitch.tv/D&D called Jace Bellerin Must Die. We just ran our 15th episode, 14th episode.
Right on.
And and it's kind of brought me back into the world of Magic, and now here I am doing this thing with these people who you probably recognize a lot more than me. Though, in case you don't, or you're watching at home and you're like, "Who are all these handsome lads?" I will let them introduce themselves. Let's start down at the end over that way.
Hi, hello. I am Ben Ulmer. I am one of the Loading Ready Run. I guess we're calling this campaign probably has a name, but I'm referring to it as Adam Koebel puts up with Loading Ready Run for 3 hours.
Listen, I was at your house, and now you're at my house.
Oh no, are we good hosts?
I'm excited.
No. On a scale of 1 to 10 of my role-playing experience, I'd say I'm about a medium. I do a bunch of, like I said, I work with Loading Ready Run on doing stuff, and I stream on my own at twitch.tv/Bengineering. And do all kinds of fun stuff, a lot of Magic the Gathering kind of things. So, are we introducing characters?
Yeah,
or just...
if you wanna tell us your characters, your class, your race, the guild your character belongs to, and then if you have a name.
For sure, I figured it out.
Okay, good. I'm proud of you.
So I am playing Kiki the Goblin. Shocking nobody who's seen me play D&D before. And I am playing a barbarian, and I am from the Gruul clan. I know, shocker. She has a very positive outlook on carnage and mayhem. I was saying behind the scenes, picture like that old Team Fortress thing with meet the pyro and sees sunshine and rainbows. That's about what she sees when she's barbarian raging, and she's here to have a good time.
Nice.
I like that your description of your character sounded like you were recording one of those old-timey dating videos.
Yeah.
Like,
Hi,
I'm Kiki.
I'm Kiki. When I kill people, I see butterflies.
If you want to get punched in the face, call Klondike 54. Yeah. Good.
My idea of a perfect Sunday.
Excellent. All right, let's go down the line.
Hello, everybody. I'm Serge. I am also here with Loading Ready Run. Oftentimes, for a lot of the Magic stuff, behind the camera, helping out with the judge for the PPRs and the rules videos and all that fun stuff. It's been absolutely amazing being here hanging out. Today, I am playing Oslis, Rugged Leader. I am a Minotaur of my brain, Boros. I was like, panic, panic, panic. Oslis believes in justice. There's no, morality. Put it over there. There's a set of rules that society needs to function, and we're here just to keep everybody on the same page so that we don't descend into chaos.
We're gonna get along again, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love too that the judge is playing the the lawful Boros.
It's awesome. It's
Play
awesome.
by the rules.
Yeah. I'm here to help remind people, like I do in most things. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, and you can remind them with your battle axe. Cool. All right.
Hi, I'm Graham from Loading Ready Run, and we do all kinds of things that many of which are Magic related, but many of which are not Magic related. The Magic fans are surprised to discover when they come to our channel. I was not involved in a Ravnica D&D campaign that we ran recently called By Law and Order. That was all Kathleen, but unfortunately, she's not here. So it's me, but I am, however, playing a Golgari Devkaren named Vogos, because it's a very common name.
Right, it's the Floon Blagmar of Ravnica.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's me.
Hi, my name is Adam Savadan. I also work for Loading Ready Run. Do a bunch of stuff for them. I do a wrestling podcast with Graham.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is very good, and you should watch it. But I'm biased. Yeah.
It's broadly about wrestling, but the last episode I think we spent 10 minutes on our breakfast carb rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waffles are at the top.
Yeah.
Don't add us.
Don't fight us about it. It's
do
waffle.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's called Sidewalk Slam, or it looks like some sort of.
It's called Sidewalk Slam.
It's called Sidewalk Slam, but it's very good. I think you should watch it. Today, I am playing a Loxodon cleric of the Selesnya Guild. And I picture his name is Manus, and he's kind of like if the dude from The Big Lebowski was a cleric.
Nice.
Yeah. Like he appreciates life, and he thinks that a life saved is worth more than a life taken away.
I bet you I can guess what his favorite herb is.
3 guesses. It's legal.
It's not oregano.
I didn't talk about my character at all. Should I get into that?
You know, we know that you're a Devkaran, which means you're probably Golgari. You can tell us more things if you've thought of them. The deadline is not over to
All
hand
right,
in your homework.
It'll come up.
Yeah. But that's basically it. So yeah, I'm ready to go.
Cool. Yeah, so we're going to be playing a short one-shot. I think we're going to do like a brief intermission in the middle for the sake of everyone's bladders. So we'll play for a little while. I'll try to keep an eye on what time it is. Thank you for coming. For folks who have questions about like the system or the setting or whatever, I'm going to hang around a little bit afterwards, so you can save them for then if you want. We're also streaming this to Twitch, so hi, Internet. Hello, welcome. And I think we should just jump into it. We're gonna play pretty fast and loose, so if you are here to like get angry about us doing the rules wrong, I'm so sorry. You're gonna get exactly what you wanted. But yeah, the intention is just to tell a little story set in the world of Ravnica. So the name of today's one shot is a Krasis of conscience, and I'll leave it up to you to figure out why it's called that by the time we get to the end. So our story begins, as so many excellent ones do, in the bloodstained and burning ruins of some neighborhood of Ravnica, in the background of our sort of establishing shot. So as we see these ancient and noble buildings having been toppled into the square, we see unusual stains on the streets. We can see smoke billowing in the background. It is clear at a glance that this place is very overrun with the gruel. We can see their sigils painted on the wall. This is the domain of the Zurta clan, and they are celebrating because recently one of their number has awakened a great and terrible beast, which is blurrily in the background, rampaging through the civilized areas of Ravnica, causing more and more of this chaos that we are now party to. So the group of you, and we'll get into the why and the wherefore, but you are skulking through these ruins. This is a dangerous environment, even if you are of the gruel. You are together sneaking through this area, and so far, everything was going great. You had managed to bypass the marauding bands of anarchs that are traveling through here. You have gone unnoticed up to this point, and one of you screwed it up. Whose fault is it that you are in this situation I am about to describe to you?
Manus, damn it! How could you?
Look, man. It wasn't my fault. I was. My headspace wasn't here right now.
We needed you to be serious. You're so chill.
That wall was clearly going to crumble over, and you leaned up on it.
So Manus, you've taken a break against a wall and managed to knock it over such that it's caused some noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So Manus, the sound that you have made, this crashing noise, we'll let them finish. You're overrun with sealed players.
Yes.
All right.
The good Twitch experience.
Good luck on the seal.
Yeah. Right, a pack of angry seal gruels. So the noise that you've made has alerted an ogre. And as the group of you turn, as you see the shadow of this ogre fall onto you, you can see this is no mere ogre, right? Kiki, you've seen ogres like this before. This enormous hulking creature is painted in the red and black of the gruel, has chains hanging from it. Everything that can be pierced is, and from its piercings hang reins, because heavy on its shoulders is a wooden platform that carries a group of goblins who have now spotted the group of you and are shouting an alarm. They're raising the alarm that intruders have come into this sacred ruin. What are you gonna do? They've spotted you. The ogre is turning its bulk towards you.
He's pierced all over.
Oh yeah, all over the place.
He goes, Hi.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we should probably go. These things do not mess around, but also, hi.
So momentarily, Kiki is paralyzed with some feelings. What are the rest of you doing?
How many goblins are we talking about here?
I don't know. You want to try and pause and take a glance and figure it out?
I don't my bad. I'm sorry. But we should probably boogie. This isn't very safe.
Manus, would you like to see if my bad cuts it and they just let it slide? Or you want to wait for the ogre to come over and...
Well, with my friends, I'm saying my bad.
I see. It was aimed at
hey,
them. Right.
My bad, homies. But we should probably get it. We should probably boogie. Because, the fight's not worth it. Because it's just going to, blood begets blood, right? We fight this ogre, and then there's going to be another ogre, and then another one.
Okay,
It's not worth it.
Vogos has already left.
Okay.
This is an awful lot of words.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, Vogos, let's get you to make a stealth check. Let's
All right.
see how away you are. So, because they can't see the rolls, we're going to have to try to be disciplined, and we're going to have to roll and then tell them what we get.
All right. Whoa.
It's a good woe.
That's a 20.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so you rolled an 18, you got a 20.
Yep.
You look around, and your Devkaran companion has vanished.
Shit.
All right.
You have a moment before the ogre arrives.
Remember the mission, focus. I don't know where the Vogos went, but probably on for the mission. Let's go.
So you want to try to get away.
Yeah, I'm going to peace out.
Kiki steals a few moments before I assume the Minotaur
Just grabs you. Yeah.
whoop.
Let's go, Kiki.
Yeah. She's kind of flailing. She's like, but wait, if we run away, they'll think we're weenies.
That's okay.
They will if they spot you. If these Zerta spot you, you will bring shame to the burning tree.
Yeah, Kiki has a weapon out, is flailing and is trying, I guess, to not be grabbed by the
do
Minotaur.
you want to try to pick Kiki up and carry her off? You're a big, strong Minotaur.
Kiki, please remember the mission. Yeah.
So it's athletics.
Strength
You
check?
got a 12 plus your
17 to grab the
17.
goblin.
All right, now Kiki, you're not a spring chicken yourself. You got a little time and experience on your hands.
Yeah.
Do you want to oppose? Do you want to try to keep this Minotaur from dragging you away from glory?
I'll oppose.
Okay. All right. So the question
It begins.
the question I have for you though is, do you fly into a rage first or after?
I would say
it's inevitable.
She is not angry yet, as much as she's just surprised by this going on.
Okay.
And I get we're doing athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
That would be a 7, Adam.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So, how do you, is this like a fireman's carry? Is it an over-the-shoulder?
I'm
She's
expecting-
very small, so you
Yeah,
could probably
the
palm her
size
huge
difference,
head and
it's
just-
like a mother cat grabbing a baby cat by the back of the neck. Just good?
Excellent. All right. So you find yourself lifted off of the ground, weapon
Yeah.
in hand.
I
ready
like
to
the
fight.
idea of you being able to full
Oh yeah,
windmill.
she's doing the Wile E. Coyote walk in the air, can't quite get it, and you're flailing around enough to save face, and
Yeah.
also is still making eyes at the ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the ogre's very far away. As far as you're very small and your expressions are hard to read at this
Yeah,
distance.
yeah.
Maybe you'll have a chance to seduce the ogre later.
Yeah,
But for
yeah.
now, so these two are getting their situation together. What are you doing?
I just walk away.
You just try to turn around
Yeah,
and
just
walk away.
yeah. I mean, I'll keep an eye on the goblin and the Minotaur, but I mean, they're not in trouble, right?
Sure,
and
of
we're making
course
a
they're
lot of
not.
noise. I'm gonna try to hide. I know I'm a big elephant.
Okay, so before you do, can you do me a favor? Just
Yeah.
roll an 8-sided die for me. I just need a
Yeah,
number
sure.
between 1 and 8.
That's a 7.
7. Okay. All right. There is a snapping sound, as though of an enormous bowstring, and
Okay.
as you look towards the source of the sound, you can see that one of the goblins has a catapult or maybe a ballista of some sort mounted on the back of this ogre, and
Okay.
they have loaded something into it, more like a slingshot, and they've fired it at you.
Okay.
And it is hurling in your direction.
Shit.
Let's see
That's
if it
wild.
hits you. It is.
This escalated quickly.
What's your armor class?
18.
18. All right. I have a +4 to hit you.
Oh,
Come on.
that was a natural 20.
It was a natural 20. So good. We're starting off on a good.
Wow.
All right.
So you have a moment to turn before this object strikes you square in the chest,
Yeah.
and you realize as it's hitting you that it's no normal projectile. This isn't a boulder. This isn't an arrow. It's a cage, and in the cage is a badger.
Okay.
And as the cage, made out of a thin wood, strikes you in the chest, the badger leaps forth and begins to claw you.
Okay.
So
I get
whatever you
hit.
need to do, give me a second, and you're gonna get badgered first.
Well, can I say something?
You can certainly speak
I get-
while the
I get
badger is
hit,
digging
and I'd be
into
like-
you with his claws.
This is a no pets residence, man.
All right, so you're gonna take some damage. You will take. Let's see, how much is a badger in a cage?
That's wild.
Isn't there like a chart for this?
Yeah, well, and it's a crit too. So, all right, let's get. How many hit points do you have?
27.
Okay, I can't possibly roll 27 on this. I mean, I can get close.
Holy shit.
All right, 10, 14, 17 damage.
All right.
So the
Good
cage,
start, good
the
start.
cage shatters against your chest. You all hear the screeching of an angry badger. This is
Okay.
like a classic move. The
Oh, yeah,
badger
yeah.
launcher,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Oh my
Tuesday.
Yeah. So the ogre is still at distance, but the goblins are now screaming, Selesnya, Selesnya, like intruders. And you have an angry badger trying to claw you to death. What are you gonna do, Manus?
Little help.
Okay, good, yes, good.
I have a plan. Kiki, kill! And I'm going to throw the goblin at the badger.
All right. So,
Yeah.
at the
Kiki
badger.
flies into a rage at the badger.
Okay, good. All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
Make a.
A throw goblin check?
I mean, so here's what we'll do. We'll have you make an athletics check.
Okay.
If you can beat like a 12, I'll give you advantage on the landing
Oh,
attack.
hell yeah.
All right, how are the cards?
Don't mess it up.
How'd you do there?
I got an 11.
An 11.
And I needed a
All
12.
right, So you turn. You're like, little help.
Yeah.
And you hear the sound of Kiki shrieking just slightly past you. You land in a pile of rubble nearby.
Okay.
Just like you crash. There's no harm to you, but
Yeah.
I guess.
you just go flying by and crash.
Work on
into
your
the ground.
aim!
The ground is shaking with every footstep as the ogre has crouched down and is running towards you. You've got maybe, I guess you're the only one in a position to really do anything. You have a moment before this thing barrels full force into you. What are you gonna do?
Into me?
Graham,
Just
help.
into the group. You're fine.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
hiding behind
Graham,
a
you have
wall
to help
somewhere.
me. Graham, you have to do something.
I'm just trying to think if maybe I can try to talk down this badger.
Am
I mean, I don't
Adam,
want to
am
make.
I able to throw the badger at the ogre?
I was gonna say I don't want to make like a judgment call on y'all's behavior, but the badger is like this much of a very big problem. So yeah, I mean, yes, you could after you regain your senses, peel the badger from your
right,
savage
can I try-
chest and hurl it back.
All right. Can I like lean back around the corner and try and entangle the ogre?
Yes, absolutely. You can conjure up your magic
Cool.
and attempt to freeze the ogre in place. All right, so I'll make a saving throw for this ogre, and we'll see if it is able to reach you. Do you know, off the top of your head or off of your character sheet, both are valid? Do you know your spell DC? That's a really long way of saying no.
Is that the
I do like that you sang it though.
proficiency bonus? I don't know why I was singing National Geographic's Wild Kingdom.
Mutual of Omaha's entanglement spell.
Is it that?
It's this and then that.
that. So 4.
Plus 4, so 14.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we'll make a strength save for this big ogre, and we will see if the ogre is entangled.
How strong could an ogre be?
The ogre got a 1.
Way!
So,
Things are going our way.
so as the ogre barrels towards you, covered in goblins, his goblin backpack is throwing badgers, I guess. The ogre catches their foot on a sudden cloud of thorns that have just grown up out of the earth. They catch their foot on it and just tip forward, and with a crash of jewelry and wood and goblin, the ogre just like crashes down on the ground, hits the ground face first. The goblins are shrieking, trying to stay up. They're one of them's whipping the ogre. It's a whole thing. So now the tables have turned slightly. Vogas, you've bought your friends a moment to react. So the three of you, what are you gonna do?
Kiki would like to get up out of the rubble and run towards the badger and attempt to cleave it in two.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna run up and take a swing at the badger
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
shredding your
Hell
Loxodon
yeah.
friend.
All right.
Yeah, and she.
Sorry, you're
she
trying to
kind-
cleave into the badger that is on Manus.
Yes.
Cool.
It'll,
Yeah.
it'll be fine,
Cool.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So she kind of like hops, skips, and jumps, like cackling, like as she like goes along, and I fly into a barbarian rage
Okay.
to go do this.
Good, good.
Wow. Great. Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Let it out.
Measured response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's it,
Level-headed.
that's the advantage on.
No, so you'll deal extra damage if you
Okay,
if you hit it.
okay.
Yeah, you have advantage on athletics checks. And what weapon are you wielding? You have a great axe?
I got a battle axe.
Battle axe. All right. So
Yeah.
So Kiki has this axe that is like almost as big as she is. Like
Yeah.
it probably weighs as much as you do. So this is a momentum game as much as it is a muscle game.
Yeah. So that would be a 10.
A 10 total against a badger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably sufficient. To
Okay,
Hit the badger.
all right.
Yeah. Roll your damage.
Sure. That is a D10. I rarely get to roll these. That would be a 3.
3. All right. The badger is inconvenienced by your axe.
That's
The
an
badger-
angry badger.
Yeah. So a hot splash of blood hits you in the face and arms. At first, maybe there's a moment that you think like it might be yours, and then you realize no, it's badger blood.
Okay, yeah.
You are okay, aside from the 16 damage you took earlier, or whatever. But
Except
so
for
what
that.
do you want to do? You get this badger on you.
Like, so am I able to do nothing else? Because like the badger is.
No, it's
is
just kinda like-
It's just kind of like, can I just move? Like,
Yeah,
can I
you-
just walk away from the badger?
You could like
Or,
withdraw. If you
geez.
attempt to withdraw from the badger, it will get an attack of opportunity on you. Yeah, you could. If all you want to do is just flee from the badger, you could disengage first and then make a
Throw
move
the badger
action.
Yeah,
back.
I wanna get out of this angry sphere that I'm currently involved in. I
Yeah.
would like to just disengage from the badger. I never thought I'd say that, but I would love to disengage from the badger, please.
DM, I disengage from the badger.
This is where I
Disengage.
parked my car, kind of like back up.
You are no longer engaged with this badger.
Ah,
Congratulations.
the relationship didn't work out. We're not engaged.
didn't work
Uh,
out,
It's
yeah.
no longer my fiance.
Okay, yeah. So you back away from the badger. The badger is hissing and spitting and
Yeah.
looking for something to mutilate.
What's the ogre up to? It's just stuck in place?
The ogre is lying on its face, trying to turn over, and there are vines growing up out of the ground
Sick.
and wrapping around it. Now you're a Golgari spellcaster, right? So
Yeah.
these are probably not like wholesome growth, right? Are these
No.
like
These are like gross,
nasty
like
vines?
fungoid, like they're probably sticky, and
Gross.
just like, if you saw them, you certainly wouldn't want to eat them for one thing. You'd be like, those don't look healthy.
so this is different from regular vines where you see them, they're like,
You're
yeah,
like, "Ah,
delicious. I want to jam these in my mouth.
Well, vines have like nice big leafy greens on them, I suppose.
They're not like red vines. I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Tarzan just made me so hungry, you know?
That's not the word I thought you were going to end that sentence with. All right, so these nasty vines, they're out of place even in this ruin, right? Like, I think Kiki, especially if you are not in the midst of a terrifying rage, you would recognize that this is Golgari magic at work. So your ally here, Vogos, has held this ogre in place. Mm-hmm. So, Manus, to finish your action, do you want to completely withdraw, or do you want to get like how far away from the badger situation is? Where do you want to end up?
Do I know how fast a badger is?
Like the
Like-
land speed of
Well,
the
like,
badger?
yeah,
Or like
the unladen land
it
speed.
goes real fast when goblins trebuchet it at you, but you don't really know this. You haven't clocked this one on the ground.
I don't get that far away. Probably like 10 feet away. You know? what I
yeah,
mean?
just like back slowly away
Yeah,
from
I'm
the
trying to
from
get
the
it. I
badger.
just had. Okay, look. I'm a giant elephant.
You are.
I just had a cage shot at me, and a fucking badger came out of it.
That's true.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
a bad start. I need to reset and realize I need to get a good bearing on what's going on right now.
Yeah. Just get a handle on things.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So,
sure.
yeah.
Make a perception check.
Oh my god. Okay.
I like how this is a universal thing about Dungeons and Dragons. You say make a perception check, and it's like I slapped him in the face. How dare you?
I rolled a 9. That's
Okay.
plus 3, so 12.
All right, yeah. I mean, I think the situation is like stressful enough that maybe you are preoccupied with what is currently going on here.
Yeah.
Like the ogre and the badger situation. Like this is it. You were focused in this moment.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So while they're all doing this, you have a mission to accomplish,
I
and there's an
do.
ogre. This will not hold the ogre forever.
No, damned anarchists. So I'm sitting here. I need to get all the details There's an ogre. It's covered in vines and goblins. That's bad. Is there a way maybe towards the mission? And as the person in charge, does it maybe make sense just be like, all right, ignore that. We have an opening. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
So yeah,
Or do I have to go through the ogre?
Yeah, no. So here's your choices, right? Like the ogre isn't a direct impediment between you and your goal.
Okay.
But if you run for it, eventually the ogre will give chase, meaning you will have less time to do the thing that the four of you came here to do.
All right.
But this is your mission.
Yeah. The ogre's got to go.
Live up to your name,
Yeah.
rugged leader.
Yeah, that's what they call me. All right, well, I'm going to grab my battle axe. I'm going to let out a war cry. Moo!
Traditional. I like
Yeah,
it.
like my people do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go at it with an ogre.
Oh, you're gonna go and just like take a swing.
Well, I got an
ogre?
opportunity.
All right,
It's
yeah.
down. It's covered in vines.
The ogre is prone, so go ahead and join battle. Take a swing
All
at
right.
this thing.
Kiki, to battle.
I'm fighting a badger!
Do I get advantage on the ogre?
You do. You have
All
advantage.
right,
So
well,
roll another one of
Okay,
those.
please, because that first roll was terrible. All right.
Terrible is not a number, but that'll do. That's better.
All right, 23 to hit.
23 is definitely sufficient to hit this ogre. Yeah.
You know what? There's very few opportunities I get to roll the d12.
The ogre is wearing a metal and bone like breastplate, but the breastplate does not cover any other part of the ogre. So there's
Yeah.
a head right there, and you just sink your axe into it.
All right, first time rolling a d12 in like 4 years. Let's do this. I roll a 9, so I do 12 damage altogether.
12 damage, nice. Okay, all right.
respectable.
So since this has become like a full-on like battle, like
Yeah.
your Boros friend has joined the fray. I mean, you could still fuck off if you
I
want
even
to, I
mooed.
guess.
I even
but-
mooed. Like
No,
it's serious.
Yeah,
Sounds-
there was mooing involved. So let's have everybody roll initiative, and I'll
Yeah.
track everything in a slightly more official order. So I'll roll for me here.
Look, in the name of justice, the anarchists have no role here. Better just to clean up our tracks, you know.
Keep shit talking anarchists. I'm gonna take it personal.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Tough but fair. Tough but
All
fair.
right, and the goblins get a 13. Okay, so let's go down. Kiki, what'd you get for initiative?
17.
Hot damn. All right, cool. Oslus?
5.
Fitting. Okay, good.
18.
Very fast. Good.
So
All right.
zoomy.
Yeah.
All right, Vogos. Okay, and what'd you get?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay, that's not bad. Respectable. That's a number.
Yeah.
All right. So you're still more or less hidden. The ogre, like your friends, kind of know where you are generally because you cast a spell and there was some noise. But the ogre doesn't seem to know where you are, and the goblins clinging to it certainly don't. What do you want to do?
Can I cast heat metal?
Yeah, there's lots of metal objects around.
All the chains that are attached to the ogre's various piercings?
Yes, certainly. That is
Cool.
That is something that you can definitely do. Yes.
That sounds like it would be very painful.
Yeah. Yes, it does sound that way, doesn't it? Okay. Cool.
I mean, if we're doing this, we're doing this.
All right, so let's see how much damage. So the ogre.
I don't know exactly how heat metal works.
Well, I mean, it's kind of in the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
I could run out
very
there and
good.
hit them with a sword, but this seems way more
So
fun.
heat metal, you choose a manufactured metal object. I
Yeah.
think it's reasonable to assume the interconnected cluster
The
of
harness.
super edgy piercings
Yeah.
are one. We'll call that one object.
All right.
They begin to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact takes fire damage when you cast it, and as long as you concentrate every turn, you can continue to torment old
That's
Prince
really
Albert here.
messed up. It's wild.
So
yeah, well,
the ogre,
whatever it takes, I guess.
the ogre, both from your blow to the head and then from a sudden searing pain in his everything, begins to thrash and scream. You can roll 2d8 damage, and we
Cool.
will apply it to the ogre.
2d8. Do I add my thingy to that?
It's just 2d8 for heat metal.
Out of curiosity, what's happening to the
8.
poor goblins on the back of this ogre as
They're,
he
they're
thrashes
trying,
about?
they're trying to like maintain control. We'll,
I rolled
we'll
8
get
and
to
4, so
searching.
12.
12. All right. Good.
Just
So yeah,
really staring intently at these piercings.
you're so creepy. Good. So you're just like standing in the shadows, staring at it while he
Yep.
sizzles.
Graham,
Mm-hmm.
are you like if Daria was a lich, like a druid? Like, you're like, Yeah, is that what you're aiming for?
I've accepted death.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like
It's much
it.
easier to accept when it's somebody else dying.
Yeah.
All right. So the ogre begins to scream and to sizzle, and it smells a little like barbecue. And that, Vogos, is your turn. So Kiki,
Yes.
it's your turn.
So Kiki looks at the badger who she is having so much of a problem with, and she's like, I fought many valiant warriors in my time, Badger, but you are amongst the heaviest of foes I have ever faced. Die!
The badger looks at you with a sense of respect and duty. But
Great.
it's still going to kill your ass.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Duty.
We must still
Yeah,
fight.
so the badger gives you like a little salute.
We nod, and then like
draws
a,
its
yeah, like a
duelist blade.
samurai showdown
Yeah.
kind of scenario opens
Right.
up.
Yeah.
Are they on a grass
Yes,
field?
yeah. The screen divides in half dramatically with two close-ups. You start running at each other.
Yeah, and she charges in and
Fucking
and,
theme from Ninja Gaiden starts playing.
Battle
all
Axe
right.
time.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack there.
That'll be a 13.
A 13 is sufficient to hit this badger. Yes.
All right. I will roll the damage.
Better.
It's a 4.
4. Good. Okay. All right. So the two of you leap at each other in midair and then hang there for a second, and then land on the opposite side of this grassy field that sprung up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the badger clutches its chest, and then a gout of blood sprays out, and it falls, cut in half. The badger is dead. You have slain the badger.
Yay.
I will sing songs of you, Badger.
You
It's like a
sheath
side
your
effect
battle
of the
axe.
entangle.
sorry. And then she kind of looks around and goes, "Oh, okay," and like sees the rest of the stuff.
Right, yeah. So the goblins, who by merit of their mount being insulating them from the entanglement spell, which is now finished, it's concluded, they've withdrawn now that you're focusing on your heat metal spell, they're able to move around and to do things. And those things that they're going to do is throw projectiles at the Minotaur, who is their closest threat. So there are 3 goblins.
Okay.
So can you roll 3d8?
I would be happy to roll 3d8.
All right.
8. 7.
Okay.
8. I hope higher is better for me.
No, you get. They're all good. So you hear a faint and ominous buzzing sound as you look up, and
Oh,
one of the
no.
goblins is like, "Give me the nest," and the other one's like, "No, not that nest, the other nest." And you see the goblin pull out a papery boulder with a ton of little black shapes crawling over it and buzzing around.
Oh, God.
And they
Oh,
load
no.
it into the catapult and fire it at you. It tumbles through the air. It's not a very aerodynamic projectile. What is your armor class?
My AC is 16. I like the idea of looking at this and not quite registering what's happening. Just like, tick, 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 tick.
I got a 17.
Okay. And then I'm imagining it just like, oh, and then it hits me.
Yeah. And then the wasps burst out.
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. So the papery object strikes you in the chest, and you are surrounded by a cloud of biting, stinging insects. The wasp projectile has filled up your cloud of vision.
Well, butts.
So you take 6 damage.
Ow.
And what's great is because you rolled 8 twice, you get a second helping. So you hear from the back of the ogre's platform, you hear like, "I got him!" And they're like, "Now give me a turn." And then another one hurls towards you.
And where are they keeping all these things?
There's a backpack.
Yeah,
It's fine. They have it
all
in
right.
their
Is there a
inventory.
store? Did they buy these from like, we're all stocked up.
Mysteries of the gruel.
And a nest, I think. Oh, you know what? 2 nests.
2 nests.
Yeah, give him a second helping.
I've been good.
So on this one, I rolled an 18. So there's now twice as many wasps.
So I'm imagining just like, okay, this is bad. I look up, it's like, really?
Yeah, right. A second one. You take another 6 damage.
Okay.
And you know what? You rolled a 7, and they liked the badger trick so much the first time. They're not creative goblins.
All right.
So you are fired at by another badger in a cage, of which they don't have an infinite number, thank God. But
Good lord. Oh my.
I'm so good at this game.
That was another
There's
natural
another
20.
natural 20. They're heat-seeking badgers.
These badgers are unstoppable. Okay.
Yeah. How are you doing on hit points there, big boy?
Well, I started with 31, and I've lost 12.
Okay.
So I have 19.
All right. You
You-
take a lot of damage. I think probably enough to take you down.
Yeah, I see.
10, 16, 21. All right. So you all see as your Minotaur friend, brave, strong Minotaur, is just brought down by a barrage of wild animals. Insects, and then, I guess, wasps, and then more wasps, and then just to finish off a badger. And now the badger is screaming because of all the wasps.
Now the wasps and the badgers are fighting.
The badger's having the second worst day of everyone in this party.
I just imagine he's thinking before he goes down. It's like, this is not what I imagined when I signed up to be a cop. So I'm unconscious and covered in wasps.
You don't remember the Boros meeting where they're like, if you're attacked by multiple
This wasn't included in my training. No.
Yeah. Okay.
You were like 2 days from retirement, and this is like what happened. You just got shot with bees and a badger, and you're like, so close.
I feel like at some point, if you're in the Boros, the answer is like, just wait for an angel to save you. Just please, I'm done. That's over. I'll just lay down here. Aurelia, take me home. So, cool. Well, that's the goblins. They're very focused on this. They're all high-fiving and giggling and what have you. Manus, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
My little horned homie got bopped pretty hard.
Oh, so bopped.
So I want to run over there and I want to cast Cure Wounds.
What are you going to do about all the bees?
That's a good question.
You can just run in. You can just be like, forget it, I'm going to get in there. There's a cloud of horrible bees. That's fine.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah? You're just going to risk it for...
I'm going to risk it for the biscuit.
I like it. I like it. Okay. So you run into the cloud of stinging insects. You see another badger. It's a different badger.
Yeah. Is it kind of like in like a zombie movie when you like there's clouds, like it's smoke everywhere, but there's a badger running around in a cloud of bees instead?
Yeah. You see a badger run by, pursued by a cloud of bees. Exit stage left.
Yeah.
So you run over there, and immediately you start getting stung by these bees. Now, you're a Loxodon, right?
Yes.
So you got big, thick skin.
Yeah.
You got that gnat swiping tail going on. So let's have you make a Constitution save, but you can do it with advantage because you're used to biting insects.
Do I just add my Constitution and then like the proficiency?
Yeah, it's in the saving throw list, and then just roll 2 of those and take the better one.
That would be an 18.
Okay, all right. So you were able, for now, every turn that you spend in the biting cloud, you got to keep making that save. But for now, you're okay. So you get through, and you see your Minotaur companion lying face down in the muck. What are you gonna do?
I would like to cure the Minotaur laying in the
you do.
muck.
All right, cool. So I think that's some. I think that's some D8s.
I think I want to cast it as a second level spell.
Yeah,
so
you want to throw a little higher one on there. All right.
Yeah. I want to throw some mustard on this heal.
Okay, so it's a 2d8 plus whatever your wisdom bonus is.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 13 plus 3, 16.
Okay, all right. So 16 gets more hit points back. You are brought back from the arms of the angels into this horrible world of insects. You wake up and there's like bugs in your mouth and...
Dude, no, you open your eyes and all you see is like this swollen face of a Loxodon. It's like all stung, like, I saved you, buddy.
I just want to look up at Manus and be like, I had an awful dream. I was attacked by bees and badgers.
I really like how
we're still being attacked by bees.
When we told Adam that a Loxodon was an elephant man, you took it like a really literal.
Well, he's like getting stung, right? Normally he talks normal. He's like, yeah, what's up? I'm an elephant. But now it's like, but it makes sense like I'm being stung like 30 times.
Thanks for the laugh, everybody. I thought, I was wondering if a John Merrick joke would go off with this crowd, but it did, so thank you.
He is provably an animal. It's all right.
All right, so you are back in the order. You're lying prone, your axe nearby, your dignity somewhere much further away.
Oh, gone. Just gone.
Yeah. So that makes it your turn. You have an opportunity to leap into action.
So I can't help but notice that I have this special net.
You have a net, yeah.
How large is it? Is it large enough to
like a big gladiator net? Like it's got weights around the outside. It's made out of sturdy rope, and you'd like throw it on somebody.
Could I
trident them to death?
So there's like one somebody. Do 3 goblins count as one somebody?
They are not closely enough.
Okay.
Also, that is offensive.
Like, I'm like right beside you.
I just don't. I want to know how big this net is.
How many
right?
goblins do you have to be before you get a vote?
Damn.
No, you put us in really close.
Join the Boros, everybody.
All right.
Equality for all, except for goblins.
So maybe my first priority should be to get away from the bees.
Yeah. You want to flee the bees?
I'm going to try and gracefully roll away from the bees and pick up my battle axe.
Nice. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I think
Gracefully.
as gracefully as a very swollen badger-attacked minotaur can.
Yeah, yeah.
So not gracefully.
I don't know. I picture like a shoulder roll or
All
something.
right.
Yeah.
You want me to roll for it or just do it?
No, you don't have to worry about it. If that's all you're doing for your turn,
Yeah.
you can roll to the side, grab your axe, leap to your feet, and be ready for your next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
We've
that's great.
reset. We're ready.
All right. The ogre lifts itself to its feet.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to make an intelligence check for this ogre because it wants to. I want to attack you with it, but it's also got a network of burning things attached to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a save for you here. I got a 7. So the ogre, I think, just begins tearing out its piercings.
Oh.
So it just like starts roaring and like grabbing at the chains, like yanking them from its face. So it's just going to take some more damage. Why don't we have you heat metal damage one more time?
Right.
And at the end of this turn, it will have no more metal in it to be heated.
Shoot, what was that? It was.
2d8.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah,
Holy moly.
Whoop, goodbye.
it's fine. Just throw your dice on the floor. That's okay.
Yeah. Just throw them on the ground. All right. That's an 8
Okay.
and a 6.
Nice. All right. So
Rolling all right for my heat damage.
All right, so the ogre is now free of the thing that pained it. There is blood coursing down its chest and out of its face from where the piercings used to be, but that's what the ogre is going to do this turn. So we're back to the beginning of the turn. You now no longer have to worry about the heat metal spell, unless you want to keep the chains hot. But
I just have to worry about this ogre that I've made very, very mad.
Yes, yeah.
Well, he doesn't
In
know
your
you
defense, he
did
doesn't.
it.
Yeah, he doesn't know it was you.
That's true.
It's a perfect crime.
I'm going to try Ray of Sickness.
Ooh.
All right, you want to cast it on the ogre?
Yeah. Because I want to kill it before it realizes it was me.
Good call. All right, so you can use your
It
Ray of
was
Sickness
me,
spell.
ogre.
Do I have to make an attack roll for that?
This is a ranged spell attack, against the target. So you're going to roll, and you're going to add your... Oh, that's a 4 that you rolled.
Yeah. So like 8, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be 8,
Or-
which is
yeah.
insufficient. The Ray of Sickness goes wide. It fires over the ogre's shoulder and hits a passing bird, which vomits and dies. Not the target you intended, but
Well.
you got somebody.
I guess it was that bird's time.
You can rest easy knowing that wherever that bird lands, there will be a Golgari to climb out of a sewage tunnel and take it away to eat it.
Yeah, life
Someone-
finds a way.
Someone's getting dinner tonight.
It's the circle of life. Excellent. All right, do you want to do anything else? You can still move or...
I'm going to stay where the ogre doesn't know where I am.
Yeah, I think the ogre is very conscious of like these yelling people,
Yeah.
and you're still relatively hidden until one of the goblins tries to spot you because they saw the beam, right? Okay, all right, Kiki.
So Kiki looks at all of this that's kind of going on, and amongst all the carnage, sees another badger
Right,
and
yes.
makes eye contact with it and goes, "Yeah, I killed your brother. Have you come for revenge?"
Right, yeah. So we like snap focus to
Yeah,
the badger's
yeah.
eyes. Right, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the badger doesn't have enough problems right now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The badger's kimono blows in the breeze as cherry blossoms drift by, and it begins running at full bore towards you.
Yes.
Yeah. So you
yeah,
want to attack
similar
the badger?
scenario. Yeah,
All right, do it.
absolutely. Exclusively badgers today. Kiki, master of badger-based combat. I roll a 10.
A 10 is still sufficient to hit
Okay.
this badger. Yep.
God, thank God.
Ooh, maybe we get a 3 this time.
That's the dream, isn't it? That I get to roll a 3. 4! Up on the
4,
curve.
nice.
So that's going to be a 6.
6?
altogether.
Okay, 6 is enough. This badger has already been injured by wasps.
Yeah.
You dispatch a second badger.
Ah, your whole family is dead now, badger.
Somewhere, a badger in like geisha makeup and like a long dress is like weeping into some chrysanthemums. Probably like on a cliffside. Somewhere a shamisen is being
Yeah,
played.
that-
In I don't know what the lifespan of a badger is.
Yeah, that's for
So
Krasis of
maybe in like, I guess we'll say 6 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Grown-up badger.
a like freshly adult badger is gonna show up at your doorstep and be able to like, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, that's for Krasis of Conscious too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Badger's
to
revenge.
badgers.
Perfect. Well, you've slain the badger.
Yeah.
A second foe defeated. Unfortunately, in doing so, the wasps now have you as a target to bite
Right.
and sting.
Would, as a member of the Gruul, this sort of be like stinging and bees sort of happen from time to time in the Rubble Belt? Yeah?
I don't want to tell you what your fetish is, but if you're used to being stung.
I mean, Kiki's open to anything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you're what's your totem for your barbarian?
It's a crunch.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your totem is the mighty Crunch, whose thick hide certainly could resist
Delicious.
damage. So even though, and you're in a rage, so you get to reduce all the damage that you take. So even though these things are swarming and biting you, you're going to be in much better shape than you normally would be.
Okay.
You channel the Crunch.
Perfect.
And you're feeling good. All right, cool.
I legitimately thought you said conch, and his totem was just a conch shell. He's like,
I
"All
carry
right,
it
it's
on
my
my
turn
back."
to talk.
Yeah, the
And
barbarian.
only I can talk!
The barbarian of the Conch, whose special abilities are laying still and being occupied by crabs. I guess. Cool. All right, so the goblins, having brought down their target and then watched their target come back to life, they've redirected their ire to you
Oh no.
because they saw you come over here and meddle in their affairs.
They did, yeah.
The ogre has stabilized as a platform.
Okay.
And he's not as buggy as he was before. And so the goblins, they're gonna start launching projectiles.
Oh, no.
In your direction.
Do they have any badgers?
We'll find out.
Don't roll an 8
Don't
for the
roll
love
an
of God, Adam. No more bees.
We've learned that 8 is bees and 7
7
is
is
badgers.
badgers.
So
roll
why don't let's
d6.
have both of you roll. We'll launch
no.
two. We'll launch 2 in your direction. I'll roll randomly to see who gets 2 of them. It's gonna be
Serge, you roll first.
I got a 4.
Okay, we got a 4.
Something new out of the mystery box.
Ooh, I got a 1.
And a
Uh-oh.
1.
One's good,
Okay.
right?
Roll another one. There's
Oh,
two
no.
coming. There's 2 coming your way.
I don't think any of them are good.
None of them are good.
5.
And a 5. Okay. All right. So,
I can't wait to find out.
I
It's
blocked.
2 badgers.
do you want the rot grubs first or the acid?
grubs first, so then the acid hits the grubs.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
or okay, you know what?
Grubs first, so the acid hits the grubs.
Or if you want, we can bring them
That's
out
a big
both at
brain
the same
point.
time.
Give me both
do you
at the
want-
same time. Yeah. Give
Oh,
me a
the-
nice little rock glove acid.
The platter.
slurry. The slurry.
Yeah. I mean, it's the entree version of the rot grubs, not the the appetizer version. Okay, all right. So you are
Do
struck.
you want your acid with the meal?
Yeah, you're struck by a clay pot that bursts open, and
Yeah.
there is a foul stench that emerges from it as the food that they keep in this pot for the rot grubs splatters all over you,
Okay.
like rotten meat and garbage, and
Gross.
it seems fine to you.
Yeah.
This is a normal smell, but
Is someone cooking dinner?
in it there are
Help.
hungry grubs, and they are now
My
covering
favorite
you.
board game.
Yeah, tiny maggots.
Hungry rock grubs.
So they begin crawling into the gaps in your armor, into your mouth and ears and what have you, and start biting you.
Gross.
So,
Gross.
what's your armor class?
18.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
All right, I got a 1.
Yes.
So you are safe so far. You're spitting grubs.
The grubs trip.
Yeah. Right. They lose their weapons. You spit out a mouthful of grubs and carrion.
Gross.
You pick some grubs out of your ear. You're like wiping them off of you, and
Yeah.
that's when the acid vial hits you in the face. So
You're like, oh, this isn't so
you're
bad.
like, I'm all right.
All of a sudden,
Blam.
I'm like, okay, the grubs are gone, and then
yeah, and then acid, and this one you just take 6 acid damage.
Okay, I'm still
as the
alive.
vial shatters on your face and burns it horribly.
okay.
So meanwhile, over here,
Yeah.
a similar vial. This one though made out of like a scratched and foggy glass.
Don't be urine.
It
Don't be
hits
urine.
You. It's not.
Okay.
It is some kind of like greenish gelatinous substance. That when it hits you, it immediately wraps around the back of you and constricts one arm to your chest and starts like squeezing you. You are covered in slime, and the slime is trying to kill you. So, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
19.
All right, you are unaffected by the slime this turn.
But like one of my arms is bound or something like that?
No, you're able to like pull free, but it's still on you. It's still
Okay.
like trying to do whatever it's trying to do.
So
It's
I'm
not- it's not
covered in
good.
a sentient,
hate it a
murderous ooze.
I mean, sentience is a... Take it up with a Simic philosopher. We don't know if the ooze is sentient or not, but it's trying to kill you.
All right.
It's a big amoeba. All right, so the goblins, more cheering and shouting from them. They're doing great. They're having a fantastic time. Manus. It's your turn.
All right.
Manus
so,
Acid Face.
Manus Acid. That's what my parents call me. So I'm covered in acid.
Yes.
I'm dealing with maggots. I'm in a
acid and grubs.
I'm in a swarm of bees.
You are in a swarm of bees. Yep.
All right. Okay. First problem first.
We call this triage.
If I move out of the swarm of
Yes.
bees, do I provoke any?
No, you can stagger
do
out
bees
of
have attacks of opportunity?
You can get back here, fucker. You can stagger out of the swarm of bees. They're not going to go after you.
Second question: do bees have emotions?
Whoa.
Weird.
Well,
I know.
this is the rest of the show now. Can a bee feel?
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Philosophy Chat.
But I'm just saying, like, what if I cast calm emotions on
Goodbye,
the
Ben.
bees?
The bees. Make an animal handling check, please, just
Yeah.
before we start talking about bees.
Okay. Oh, I do have animal handling.
You
Okay.
do. Yeah.
I don't have animal handling. A 7.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah.
You can't tell if the bees are attacking you because they hate you personally or because they're just because they're just dicks. Like, you're not sure. You don't know if it's like an emotional thing or if it's like logical. If they're like, well, first we kill him, then all other large like, this could be an imperialism situation here. They might be trying to colonize you. You don't really know. There's a lot of them, though, and they're biting and stinging you.
Okay, well, I want to move. I gotta heal myself because I'm banged up. So
Okay.
I want to move out of the swarm of bees.
Okay.
I can also heal
And I want to heal myself. I need to drop another 2nd level spell as Cure Wounds to heal myself, or I'm going to die.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I will do that. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, okay. I got 8 plus 3, so 11.
Okay, all right. So you stagger out of the cloud of bees, and you heal yourself of some of your acid wounds
Okay.
and bee wounds and badger claw wounds. You're doing better though. You're doing better than you were before. Okay, cool. All right, so that's our healer Manus. It is your turn, brave Minotaur.
Stretching for time, waiting for the
There
announcement
you
to
go.
finish. So I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to remember my training. I'm back at the Burroughs Academy, and I'm just like, okay, I'm covered in a man-eating ooze. What would my teacher say?
I just imagine like R. Lee Ermey, but like dressed like a lady angel. Get up, you maggot!
Boo! So here's the
Show
plan.
me your bee face.
Good. I like it.
So I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll
Uh-huh.
with the idea of rolling the ooze off of me.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm very aware of the goblin artillery. So
Yes.
I'm gonna try and like strategically roll behind some cover.
Oh, yeah,
While
okay.
Also just like,
So you get hit by the slime,
Yeah.
you fall prone, and then just like combat roll as far away behind cover as you can.
yeah, and,
okay.
and it'll take a second to restock. But can I shake the ooze off me?
You can attempt it. Let's have you make an athletics
I'm very
roll.
strong.
You
Let's
are very
try-
strong.
Let's try
to
and
break
strength
free
it
of
off
the ooze.
me. Yeah,
All right. The number to beat is 18.
butts.
All right. You and your new best friend, the ooze, roll off into a corner to be alone together.
All right, I'm very cozy in the rubble with the ooze.
Yeah.
Maybe I can befriend the ooze.
It seems to be getting bigger.
Does the ooze have any sense of justice?
No.
We're answering a lot of deep questions today.
The ooze is like a social liberal, but it's a fiscal conservative, so it just really wants to debate you, is all. It just wants you to defend your point, okay? But also, it's also jamming its pseudopod down your throat. So, like, yeah, that's kind of where you're at politically with the ooze.
So it's not a good faith discussion, really.
Not really.
Yeah.
We're
No.
reaching an impasse here.
Yeah,
All right.
you'll be fine as long as you don't look at the ooze's Twitter account.
Yeah. Is the ooze a Twitter egg?
Yeah.
All right, so you roll to what passes as safety. So the enormous ogre, now free of its burning piercings, turns and lunges at.
Don't say Manus. Don't say Manus.
Let's say.
Don't say Manus.
Let's
I'm
say
behind
you.
cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the ogre sees you. You're standing out in the open. You've got your weapon in your hand. There's
Coated
dead
in
badgers.
badger blood.
Yeah, there's badgers
Everywhere.
everywhere. Just a field of
Yeah.
badger dead. And the ogre turns and takes a swing at you with a burnt up tree stump that it's using as a club. So
Okay.
it swings it wide at you. What's your armor class?
It is 15.
15. All right. It misses. I get a 11. So it swings at you, and you are able to dodge out of the way.
Kiki sees this as like a very like slow motion like Baywatch kind of a thing because she's still quite attracted to this ogre.
No, I like it.
as
Okay,
he's-
so
as
the
he's making-
ogre is like a giant misshapen David Hasselhoff now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
With a lot more.
So
holes
a
and
giant
rips in
David
his body.
Hasselhoff. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't know where in Ravnica you get a tan like this, but it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the club swings over your head, you dodge it with ease, and it smashes into a nearby building, sending chunks of concrete everywhere.
Okay.
Very showy, but no effect on you. So we're back to you, my druid friend.
Yeah. Do I have any indication that the goblins require all 3 of them to operate this hell launcher?
If you knew more about goblins in general, or these goblins, you would know that they are all distinct individuals with their own personalities and feelings and thoughts.
I wasn't the one making wild claims about what doesn't constitute a
I'm
real
just
person.
saying what he said. I mean, they need the ogre to be able to fire their weaponry from. The ogre is a mobile platform for them. So if there is no ogre, there is a chance that they would scatter. They don't look like the ground fighting types.
But I mean, like, do all 3 goblins need to
like
operate?
if you kill off a goblin?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Which one is it? Interwisdom.
It's the skill that's called perception. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, there it is. Oh sweet, 21.
You're very perceptive.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
I see.
I think if you were to get rid of like one of them, it would dramatically reduce their range. But these things are meant to be operated by like 2 or 3 goblins, so you'd have to get rid of 2 of them before it really.
All right.
The ogre is very badly beaten up, so
I'm just
that,
gonna try and go
feels
for
like
the ogre.
right target
I'm
for
gonna
you,
go for
yeah.
the ogre again. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the ray of sickness.
Okay.
So let's try it this time. Ugh, it's better than before, but it's still only 10.
Okay. All right. That's a miss. You definitely missed.
Fart.
Yeah. So again,
I
you
rolled
fire-
really well in the perception check, though.
Yeah. So you're very, very clearly aware of how badly you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can really feel it.
Wow, I really messed that one up.
So the ray of sickness flies past the ogre, strikes a passing thrall.
Whoops.
Xenos fly from the bag it was holding as it plunges to the earth. The
Oh,
Orshov
well.
will send you a bill, but
Wow.
the ogre is still fine.
They'll know that was me somehow.
All right, so
That druid is back again.
Kiki,
So
you got
Ki-
this ogre right up in your face.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, you want to dance?" And so she like brings out her battle axe once more and goes, "There are no badgers left to hide behind, cutie." And then she slashes at the.
All right, do it.
14.
A 14 is enough to hit this ogre. Yes.
All right, sweet. So yeah, she's gonna.
Now you have a special ability as a goblin called I think like Fury of the Small.
Yes.
So you deal extra damage
Yes.
to things that are big.
Which I think is like up to my level? Question mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it for you. Let's see here. This is there we go. Fury of the Small. When you damage a creature with an attack or spell and they're bigger than you, you can deal damage equal to their level. So you're gonna deal an extra 3 damage
All
to this
right.
thing if you want to use that ability now.
I will.
Okay.
In fact, and so that'll put me at a 9.
That is enough to kill him.
Yeah.
What does that look
Hey.
like? You defeat the ogre.
So she's, I imagine, significantly smaller than this thing that can carry
Yes,
her
yeah.
people on its back. So she kind of aims directly for one of the already, like, I assume, holes that is in there.
Sure.
And gets an axe right up in that pectoral nipple kind
Oh,
of
boy.
muscle there.
Oh.
That's what the nipple is for. It's a shield for the organs. Once you
yeah,
lose
and
that,
once it's gone, that's where the good
that's
parts
your-
are on the
yeah.
ogre. I mean, I'm not a doctor of ogres, and I don't know where their anatomy lies. But
do they feel?
But as she
You're
gets
right.
that good chunk
Can
and
an
kind of
ogre
sees
feel?
the life drain from the ogre's eyes and whatnot, she leans in and goes, "You're the most beautiful in death." Tee-hee. And kind of leans back.
You're
and,
terrifying.
And like her rage subsides and goes, "I'm good."
Excellent. All right. So Kiki brings the ogre down. The ogre crashes to the ground, and as you expected, you see the goblins scatter in fear.
Bye.
They run. Unless you want to make any effort to pursue them, you get the impression that they are not going to be following you. That maybe they're going to go back to the garage and get a new ogre. But like for now, you don't have to worry about these guys.
They'll
Excellent.
find their own death soon enough.
All right.
Thanks.
I like to think I really helped on that one, guys.
No, thanks for the help, Manus.
Yeah,
Despite
no
the
worries.
fact that you were the cause of all of this, I appreciate.
No, I don't want to interrupt your celebrating, but you're still covered in slime.
Right. So I'm in the midst of a
I think
political
the thing is-
discourse.
yeah, Kiki, you look around and you see these two.
Yeah.
But there's no sign of your Boros Minotaur leader.
There were 4 of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just hear coming from behind a rock. Now you see there's a system of laws that we all need to respect.
Oh, he's over there.
We found him.
You're being very rude right now. We're trying to have a conversation.
He's debating again.
Right. The problem is that this is a Socratic ooze, so the harder you struggle, the harder it gets you.
Oh, this is awkward.
The more you resist,
The ooze has
Make
no
a-
respect for personal body autonomy.
make a strength save to attempt to break free of the ooze.
I roll a 10.
All right, you are still restrained by this ooze,
Yeah.
whose acerbic body of argument deals you 3 damage.
Without laws, we're no better than animals.
Hard to say with a tendril up your nose. So you can hear legalistic struggling coming from some nearby rubble.
All right.
Confucius?
Are we allowed to move? Like we're
Yeah.
just acting?
So
Okay.
there's no
I'll go,
immediate
like-
threat to any of
I'll,
you
like,
except
walk
the
over,
slime-covered
like-
Minotaur.
Is that the cow? And I'll walk over and I'll like go check it out.
Okay, time out. I don't want to. I know there's probably something going on, but we don't call you the elephant.
You don't? I mean, I'd be okay with it, right?
I've thought about it.
It's what I am. I'm an elephant. I'm a loxodon. Fits, right? No? All right.
I think that
Cool.
there are neither elephants nor cows in Ravnica.
Ah.
So there'd be no frame of reference for this. I think those are just like racial slurs now. So good job. Way to go.
I take that back. The words
Yeah,
I said.
I take
That's
it back
not me.
too. Oh no.
We've all learned to be better people. So yeah, you
I
hear
was
this
a young loxodon.
this muffled like moaning from behind one of the pillars. You come around the corner and yeah, at this point, you're like half covered by this thing. It's trying to suffocate you. It seems to be getting bigger.
Should we go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go try help.
Please help.
Help the ooze off.
Okay, all right. So make another check, but you can do this with advantage because you have a friend
Thank goodness.
giving you assistance.
All right, one of them's a 20.
Nice.
Ooh, the other one's a 24.
Okay, cool. So between the two of you, between these two big boys, you're able to pry the slime away and then hurl it into a nearby corner where it attempts to metastasize a wall.
Okay.
But it's away from you now, and as long as you don't get anywhere near it, it should be safe. Now, your inclination is to put up safety barriers to like lay some cones around this thing so
Yeah.
nobody accidentally walks into it.
Yeah.
But you don't have any of those right now, so
Can I improvise? No, the mission comes first.
You didn't pack your road flares?
Wow.
Look, in the interest of this mission, we had to travel light and fast, and we're already delayed.
Now I'm just picturing Serge's character like breaks out his safety vest, like he puts it on. He's like, "Well, we've got jurisdiction to do. We can't just leave it." Like
one of those flashlights with a cone on the end. Like,
Start directing traffic.
move along. Yeah, that's good. It's nice. Yeah. So, speaking of the mission, now that you've got everybody's attention back on focus,
Yeah.
we get a shot that pans out from the 4 of you standing in what used to be like a beautiful intersection. There's a collapsed statue. There's rubble everywhere, and we can see as we pan back that you're standing in a deep groove in the street. That this road has been basically burrowed out another 5 or 6 feet down, and you're standing in this long crevice that leads to what you can only describe it as a throne. So at the end of this road of carnage, there is a pile assembled of rubble. It is dotted with like burning torches. There's a staircase leading up to a seat where you know you will find your target. And as we pan slowly up this mountain of trash to the throne, before we see who sits in it, we fade to black, and we get a title that says 24 hours earlier.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah,
So, the 4 of you, previously having never met one another, have been called to the office of a significant member of the Boros Legion, one of the Boros commanders. You're already there. You are much beloved of this commander and vice versa.
Standing there at attention.
Yeah, so you're
The perfect officer.
Yeah, you're with your mentor. You have been chosen by Commander Lambent Flame to lead this mission. So you know the most kind of going in about what's been going on. So for the last week, and this is something that all of you would have been aware of, both in your guilds and just in the general kind of situation in Ravnica, the Gruul have unleashed yet another terrible monstrosity on the city. The Zerta have released it's some kind of as yet undetermined wurm. It is enormous, it is furry, there is evidence that it is toxic or poisonous in some way. It has like bone spurs or something. Reports in the last week coming in from survivors have been spotty at best. And between the Azorius and the Boros, the full frontal assault on this thing has been unsuccessful. It has proven indestructible as it tramples about the city, and you know that all traditional forms of facing this thing down have failed, and it's only a matter of time before it knocks over first the precinct, then the district, and then perhaps all of Ravnica in a terrible orgy of fire and destruction.
Classic
So,
Gruul.
you went outside the guild. The commander has been in secret talks with members of other guilds, and in meetings above your pay grade, it has been decided to assemble several small teams to perform a mission behind enemy lines within the rubble that is serving as this thing's, both its wake and as a sort of de facto temple to this thing. Find out where the person who controls it is and deal with them.
Yeah.
So you haven't been told who this is yet or whatever, but you are waiting in the halls of the Legion. Things here are tense, because there is this ongoing battle with this horrible worm. And you and the commander are awaiting the arrival of the team that you're going to lead into the enemy territory to deal with this person. So, enter the three of you. Mm-hmm. So you've been called for various reasons, which I will leave up to you. There is some personal reason. There may be a reward in place. Maybe it's personal curiosity. But the call has gone out to your guild, and your guild has, for whatever reason, put you up as their choice for this mission.
Yeah.
And so you have been escorted by Boros soldiers who, despite being well-meaning, are a paranoid lot and don't want to leave you alone in their Legion Hall. But you've been brought through the guild gate into the Legion Hall, and you are about to enter the room in which this commander waits to give you your mission briefing. The three of you see each other in this hallway. You can talk a moment if you want, or you can just go right in and meet with the commander.
Hi,
Hey,
Hi.
I'm Kiki.
hi, I'm Manus.
Hello, my name is Vogos.
You sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
My guild sent me here because I was bumming everybody out.
yeah.
That's a significant achievement.
My guild sent me here because they feel like I have no spine. And then I'm not take charge. Yeah.
They're off to see the wizard.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah. I mean, I like the way I am, but I could probably do with some tightening up, So maybe I'll find that here.
I like the way I am. I could
Okay.
probably use some badger assault.
Yeah, it's I'll put hair on your chest.
My guild sent me because we have an insatiable bloodlust and hatred for the Zerta, and really, we're not really big fans of them overall. And yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because it's not so much you disagree about the apocalyptic destruction of Ravnica. It's more that they're doing
it
wrong.
wrong. It's not a big fuzzy worm, it's a burning tree.
We agree the worm is impressive. He's just not our messiah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
good.
we're here to spread the right way of doing things. And after we deal with this, then, maybe you'll come after us. But that's for Krasis of Conscience 3.
I'm going to head inside the office.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you open the door and you come inside, and this room, as with much of Boros architecture, is austere and spare, having a military kind of gravitas to it. And I think even as you come in, that's sort of supplanted by the faint feeling of desperation that you can feel in this place. You've seen it in the eyes of the soldiers as they've been rushing past you, and you can feel it here in this room now. There are three figures. There are 3 figures in the room.
Weird
The
announcements.
Boros
for the Boros
PA
Legion.
system
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah. Do the are they trying to relieve tension with a tournament of some kind? It's like-
The Legion's in the middle of a very serious game right now.
None of these announcements make any sense to you, but this is classic Boros talk. This is how they allocate the different things. Yeah, okay, 18 points this district, got it. I'm just like nodding along.
So you enter and you see 3 figures in the room. You see a very classically appointed human commander of the Boros. She is wearing the burnished kind of bronze spiky plate armor. She has a sword. She has her long red cape. She has a short blonde haircut. And she looks like she is doing her best to try to seem like she has it all together in front of these members of this other guild. She has an insignia, and you're sure that her outfit indicates rank, but none of you can pick that out. But she's clearly the person in charge. Nearest to her, there is a warrior. You see a minotaur. What is
Just so handsome.
Yep.
You're like, damn, that's a good-looking Minotaur.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you the minotaur is handsome. You can
what's
make
my
that decision
comparison?
yourself.
Like, if he's so good looking, what do I know about minotaurs, right? Like, if that's
Muscles.
my first thought.
He's a
Polished
conventionally
horns.
attractive minotaur.
Okay.
I mean, he's no Torgor, but he'll do. So you see him standing at attention. There is a third figure in the room. This figure, if we had a soundtrack, as the camera falls on them, the soundtrack would turn mysterious. So this person, we can't make out really anything about them. They are wearing a cloak, and they are standing behind the commander as if awaiting their cue to speak. So when you walk through, the commander gives you just the briefest of nods, and then looks past you, Menace, to see if you are accompanied by the others. Do the 2 of you want to head into the room?
Yeah,
I'll go in.
Yeah, Kiki follows.
Okay. All right. So when you come in, you can see in front of her on the table there is a map of Ravnica, and on it there are markers indicating rock patrols, indicating places where the Boros have been moved. You can see some Azorius sigils on the board as well. And in the center, there is an enormous, and this, I don't know, maybe this makes you feel proud. There's an enormous Gruul icon, and it's been dragged across the map. And then in its wake, there's just a cone of red that's been painted onto the map.
Yeah, Kiki kind of beams a little bit, and she's like, I heard about that. As though she had anything to do at all with what was going on.
So you see these three misfits come in, and you've been given orders, that you are in charge of them. You are in charge of making sure this happens. Don't let me down, buddy.
Yeah. My name is Sergeant Rugged Leader, and I will be leading us to defeat the wurm.
Sergeant, who's it? What's it?
Rugged Leader, one word, no hyphen.
No.
Is that like a title name?
It's a family name. It's a family name.
As in, your last name is Leader?
No.
Last name Rugged?
One word, Rugged Leader.
So wait, you came out of the womb and your parents said, Rugged.
Sergeant Oslis Rugged Leader from the Rugged Leader clan.
Bless you.
Oh, so it's hyphenated.
It's
so
great,
is
'cause
one
you're
of
a cleric, so it's clever, nice.
one of your parents is Rugged and the other is Leader?
Sure. I'm sure you've been selected as the best of the best that your various guilds can offer. And I'm excited to go into battle together with you in the name of justice and stopping the Gruul. No offense.
I didn't until you said no offense.
Yeah,
really,
that
so.
means when you say no offense, you mean offense.
To be fair to Sergeant Oslis Rugged Leader, the commander's full name is Commander Aurora Lambent Flame, so this is Boros territory.
I don't have a last name.
That must be hard.
No. No offense?
Wow, get God.
So the commander clears her throat pointedly
Yeah.
to see if the group of you are done.
I didn't start.
Yeah, I'm good.
Commander, take it away, please.
So she gestures to the map, and she says, "As you must know," and when she says that, she looks at you like, you especially.
Yeah.
As you must know, a beast has been rampaging through the streets of Ravnica as of late. This is not the first time that this has happened, or the 100th time, or the 1000th time. Putting down gruel monstrosities is part of the job.
I mean, we just don't say sorry anymore because we feel like it'd be a little redundant at this point.
It's what we do, but this thing is different, more powerful somehow. And we haven't been able to stop it with the usual means. We've thrown everything we have at it, and still nothing. The creature rampages on. So we're taking a different approach. And she turns to the shadowy figure who you don't even know who this guy is. And she turns to him and she says, "Speaker Krakenhawk." And he takes a step forward and he takes his hood off, and
Please.
you are all witness to the glorious visage of Speaker Zoran Krakenhawk. So he has a basic like human shape, a head and arms and legs. But as he reaches up to pull his hood back, his hands are a cluster of tendrils, long, ropey, suckery tentacles. He pulls his hood back, and from his face, like a beard, there is a nest of writhing tendrils, all in very like bright primary colors, right? Orange and blue and red and yellow, and they seem to be shifting. So as the tendrils fall over his dark cloak, they take on that color. From the eyes up, he has a crown of plumage, enormous, beautiful feathers, which extend as he takes his hood off, as if he's stretching them. And then in his face, we see the eyes of a human somewhere buried under all of this weirdness.
Right.
Yeah, and so the speaker removes his hood and steps forward to address you. And as he does, his tendrils part so that you can see his beak underneath moving, producing the sounds.
This isn't spoken aloud, but Vogas is wondering what he would taste like.
Chicken, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the speaker.
Hold on. Is that a normal reaction? Do you wonder how everybody you meet would taste?
Well, things I haven't tried. I've never eaten that combination.
Let him live his life. Yeah.
So it's fairly clear, even if none of you have seen a Simic hybrid of this degree before, you've all probably seen a member of the Simic with some kind of modification, like tentacles, or they're slightly gelatinous or whatever. You've seen people like this before, but this is extreme. This is a lifetime of manipulation of one's genetic material with the uses of magic. So this speaker, this Simic speaker, steps forward and he says. Often, as is the case with creatures like this, they are thoughtless, mindless. It does not rampage because it wants to. It rampages because it is made to. And he points with his like little squiggly fingers down at the map, and he says, "Thus, we have advised it is not enough to go after the beast, but to dispatch the hand that holds the reins." And the Commander Lambentflame, produces a dossier. And on it, you two definitely recognize this person. Can I get history rolls from the two of you?
Yeah.
11.
An 11? Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay, good. So you immediately recognize like the guild this person belongs to. You can pick out some basic details, but you don't know who they are. You've never seen them before. The pictures show, I guess it's like a Zorius, like surveillance photos. They're magical surveillance photos of like obviously some kind of Gruul anarch. This person, they're a half elf. They are covered in tattoos. They have a big mohawk, and they're holding two swords in one of the pictures, and they're stabbing a Boros and an Azorius at the same time, and like laughing wildly about it. You've seen this person before. This is a figure known colloquially as the Devastator. Their full name, which I think you probably both know, their actual like birth name
Is
is
devastatingly handsome.
their name is Dane Dashhope, and they are a big deal among the Zerta, a sort of rising star, a bit of a folk hero to that clan of the Gruul, and until recently, there had been rumors that they were planning something big, and so it makes sense that maybe this is the thing. And so Speaker Krakenhawk gives you a moment to take a look at the dossier if you wish. If you have questions or anything, there's a moment in the conversation here where you can ask, or he will continue in his weird Germanic accent.
Please ask questions and stretch for time. We'll be right back.
Like, have they done a lot of stuff like in Ravnica? Like, they're obviously well known. Like, I don't know who it is.
You don't know them enough.
Yeah.
They just look like some
No,
like.
I mean, when I get the dossier, I'm asking this. I'm like,
Oh, you
I
wanna,
don't,
like, flip
I don't,
through it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm like I've never seen this person before.
The commander answers that question and says, that Anarch has been on our radar for, I shouldn't say radar because there's no radars. We've known about this creature for some time. There's never been reason enough to go after them. There's always bigger problems, but... And she turns, and I think, and the Minotaur's vanished. All right, so you don't get any context for that.
Okay.
She makes a face, and then the speaker takes over, and he says, it's not so much about the Anarch, but their capabilities. And he shows you, one of the dossiers has the same person, but they're wearing their usual outfit, but they have a circlet or like a headband or something made out of metal on, and he points, and this is clearly out of character for a Gruul. Like, it's much too delicate, and he says, we don't know where this artifact came from or how they are using it, but we believe the Devastator is using this to awaken and control the wurm.
And I'm assuming that you want us to get this.
If it is possible to separate the artifact, then yes. But, and then they turn to another one, and you can see this is like a closer-up shot, maybe from like, I don't know, one of these like ornithopters that the Azorius have been using. It's like a much closer shot, and you can see that the circlet has like fused with Dane's like skin.
Okay.
The skin is like growing around it.
So do we have? So the beast itself is not evil; it's being controlled.
It still has to die.
Well,
Good and evil have no bearing when it comes to justice. There's
Yeah.
law, and there's against the law. And this one has crossed the line and
yeah,
must be
but you
dealt
can't
with.
blame the monster. It's not doing what it wants to do.
You're letting these thoughts cloud what needs to be done.
I'm just saying that there's an animal here that's being used as a weapon, and we need to think about the consequences of what happens to the headband afterwards. Correct?
So Krakenhawk is like furrowing whatever passes for his brow.
Yeah.
He's ruffled his feathers at you, and he says, "This is kind of moralizing. We don't have time for it. Go and stop Dashhope. Then we can discuss what is to be done with the creature."
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. You stick an axe into his face and cut off the gem and whatnot, and then he's good to go, as in dead.
So you, for the first time, possibly ever in her career, you see Commander Lemonhope agreeing with a Gruul. Like she nods.
She knows what's up.
Typically, the Boros aren't in favor of assassination, but in this case, when you have crossed the law so far beyond, sometimes we have to act as judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, listen, like, the quickest way to solve a problem, as we're taught in the Gruul, is a straight line. And the straightest line is to just eliminate the problem. Cut and dry.
I would love to see a Gruul try to draw a straight line. It's a straight
It's
line.
a straight, I
That's
mean,
fine.
straight in the way that we go through just about anything. If there's a wall, it's out of the way. That's all the examples I have.
Yeah, and the commander and the speaker Krakenhawk are both nodding like, yeah, see, this one will get you done.
Deep breath. It has to
I
be
mean,
done.
is there any benefit to us taking the Devastator in alive?
And we can kill him later.
So, yeah, the commander says, I leave that in your hands.
All right.
When the time comes, if they surrender, we'll present it before the court of law. But if they won't surrender, then justice must be dealt.
And kill him.
Sure.
So when you say that, when you're like, sure, we crossfade back to the rubble, right? You've been infiltrating this area for some time. You've been moving through it. You are within sight of your target, and it seems here that like this is upriver Cambodia, right? Like this is Colonel Kurt's territory. You see the Devastator's personal sigil marked on the walls. You see it branded onto the dead ogre that is lying near you, and it's clear that this once kind of rising star in the Zerta has like fully risen. The time for the Devastator has come, and from here you can see there's something of a climb to get up to where this like platform, but you have no question that they're up there.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean,
Let's get going.
we better get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take our brief intermission there as you mount to climb the stairs. I'm not sure, like, if you guys want to run to the washroom or get a drink,
would
whatever.
like to use the
Audience, if
washroom,
you need a
yeah.
minute, stretch your legs. We'll take 5, and then we will resume after that. I'm just gonna sit here and make notes.
I wish I had held out because I just.
I'm
stuck
okay.
I know. Yeah. All right. So. Welcome back, everybody, to our D&D one-shot, a Krasis of Conscience. So we have our mission. You are here to dispatch the Gruul folk hero, Dane the Devastator Hope.
Hero, more like
Does he
a
have
villain.
a song about him if he's a folk hero?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Dane's got their own personal bard for sure.
They love they'll have a field day with the alliteration, the bards.
Yeah. You're here to stop them, not because they are a Gruul anarch of some esteem, but because they have been in control of a terrible beast that has been rampaging around Ravnica, killing people and knocking stuff over, and more importantly, preventing people from making profits. So you're here. That's the #1 law. Don't get in the way of the guild's making money. So you are here to deal with this person, and it seems your pathway ahead is clear. There is I'm loath to call it a mountain, but there's a mound of glory, broken weapons, trash, various rubble objects, and it seems like the old Dane here has installed themselves as a bit of a demigod amongst the Gruul. They're being seen as a chosen one. You recognize Gruul like tokens of esteem all over the place. Yeah. So you stand at the bottom of this long walk of jagged stairs that leads up to Dane's little God platform. What are you gonna do?
Kiki, is there anything we need to watch out for? You recognize these symbols. Traps, anything like alarms?
You honestly don't have to worry about traps when you're dealing with the Gruul. Like, we might ambush you, but it would be dishonorable, I think, to place some sort of spike trap or something. If we are gonna kill you, we're gonna get up really close, and it'll be really, really personal, and we make sure that we got the knife right to your throat.
That's good to know.
So yeah, no worries about it. Just, keep forward, keep your eyes peeled, and I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, now remember, team, we're here on behalf of the law. We're here to stop a criminal. We're going to get one shot. Likely the wurm will come and kill us if we fail. But at least if we die, we know we're dying for Ravnica.
Pick up that can.
Do they look more energized?
Does
from my
anybody feel
speech?
inspired?
No.
Vogas is completely comfortable with his own death.
I mean, like,
I'm not doing it for Ravnica as much as I'm doing it so that my thing can kill you all later.
Good enough.
Perfect. Good. Excellent. Well, before you press on, I'll give everybody a chance we'll just take a short rest. So if you have any hit points missing, you can spend some of your hit dice to get those back.
Yeah.
If you spent the whole of the last fight hiding in the shadows, well, you're good.
what if you spent, and I'm just asking for a friend, you spent the fight in a cloud of bees, and you may be a little bit lower than usual.
So you've got some hit dice there.
Yeah.
You can spend those,
Yeah.
and you
Which
can
I
roll
will.
them, and you can recover some health.
Yeah.
So you should have 3. Everybody's
Yeah.
level 3.
I'll be taking advantage
It's
a little bit of that
D8
right now.
for you, I think.
Yeah, D8. I'll spend. Can I spend one and then decide
Yes.
later?
Yeah. You can
okay.
roll it, and
So
you
I'll
add
spend
your
one.
Constitution bonus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good enough. I'll spend one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's up to 25. I will spend
You've earned
2.
it.
You've earned it.
Yours are D10s.
Do another.
Yeah, you get to roll the big guys.
while they're like chilling out
Yeah,
and
maybe I
whatnot,
will.
because Kiki's fine.
Okay.
She's kind of going amongst the bodies around, because you said that there was like a mound of corpses and whatnot, and she makes like she's attempting to make a rudimentary necklace of teeth.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. Well, the great thing is there's a dead ogre here, so like
They're quite
some-
large.
you get some
yeah.
big ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can I just pick off like a Minecraft mod and
Yeah.
punch some teeth out.
Okay, so Kiki's like dismantling this body, and like Manus is like turns around like, oh god, come on, really?
Yeah, otherwise it's going to waste. At least I can make
Mm-hmm.
some hot couture.
Don't get too carried away. At the end of the day, this is all evidence at a crime scene.
Why is it always the gruel?
I don't know, because the Selesnya are boring.
Well, yeah, kind of.
even the Selesnian admits, yes, we're boring.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
I'm only here
brief
because my
aside-
boss told me I had to be here.
Brief aside, the Ravnica Guildmaster's Guide talks about what all the different guilds do, except the Selesnya.
Yeah, 'cause
Nobody
no
knows
one
what they
knows.
do.
Yeah, we
they
can't
don't
tell.
do jack all.
Yeah,
all
they're
they
just-
do is recruit.
Snooty and imperious.
Yeah.
And they have trees.
They like spread love.
It's weird.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they just kind of want to give everyone a hug.
Sure. Get away
you know.
from me, Scientology. so you take a moment. You have your breather,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add
and then you
necklace.
press on. So
Yeah.
what do? Is anybody going to? Are you just like marching straight up the stairs? Are you gonna try to sneak?
Let's try and be a little bit stealthy. I mean, we ran into that ogre. That was a setback. Let's try not to get carried away and focus on the mission. So discretion will be the better part of valor right
Okay.
Stealth
Yeah.
it up.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So if you're all going to attempt stealth, you can go ahead and do that.
All right. This is
It's gonna be
get
easier
bad.
for some of you than others.
Ooh.
21.
20.
Hey, 15.
15, 20. Sorry, what'd you get?
4.
You have
Classic.
I got a 1.
Ben. It's it's
so
the conch.
you were
I
all-
might suck, but I don't suck the most.
Yeah, despite the fact that you're barreling up the stairs like a drunken crunch, they don't notice you because I think probably upstairs Dane the Devastator Dashhope is just like too busy percolating in their own gloriousness. So as you climb up the stairs, you first hear the sounds of clearly like of celebrating up top. Someone is like banging on a drum and there's chanting and shouting and
Oh, I love this song.
yeah.
Banger alert.
And as you get closer, you can hear there's like there's someone stop the music stops enough for someone to be like a toast to Dane, and there's a bunch of like Dane and like cheering and
Dane! Sorry, they sounded so excited.
I
yeah.
know.
And as you
Focus
get
the mission.
as you get closer, you can kind of we get that shot from above where we see out across the rubble and we see the edge of the platform. It's like a room-sized platform. There's a big metal and stone chair in the middle of it, and then there's a bunch of sycophants kind of scattered about in various degrees of undress and drunkenness, celebrating Dane's glory. But as the four of you approach, we get that kind of cartoon, like the top of your head peers over the edge, right, all simultaneously.
And there's just horns.
Upstairs, none of them can see you. They're all focused in, and Dane is like looking off into the distance in the background, this like writhing, furry, beaked thing. We haven't got a close look at it yet, but it's clearly wreaking havoc in the next district over. So you can kind of eavesdrop or ask me some questions about what's going on up here. What do
How
you want
many
to know?
people are there?
There's like probably a dozen, but
Okay, that's bad.
most of them, I would say like 10 of them are of no threat to you. It is a mixed group of goblins, predominantly goblins and humans, and they all seem totally wasted, and many of them are already passed out or very close.
Okay.
We should go kill him.
Yes.
Well, we don't have
But-
to kill him right off the bat.
Remember, we're here in the name of justice. We'll give them the opportunity to surrender. 2 options. We go in with law on our side, which I enjoy, or we sneak around and in the name of the law, end his life.
Hey,
It's a
I have-
state-sponsored assassination, I guess.
I fear that if we kill Dane and he is in control of the beasts, we're not going to make things any better because then nobody's in control of the beast.
Then we
The
kill
order-
the beast.
The orders came down from above. We have to trust in the intel that killing the man is correct.
Well, they didn't say that we had to kill him. They just said that we had to deal with the problem.
Correct. I am willing to accept surrender and arrest and put him before the court, but remember, the mission comes first.
I guarantee he will not come quietly. They will not come quietly.
Death comes for everyone.
Well, yes.
Good input as always.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, do you guys want to go to Pizza Hut or Taco Bell? Death comes for us all.
all right,
Damn, man. Damn, Daria.
all right, Manus, I respect your input here.
Yeah.
Would you prefer we offer the option of surrender first?
And even if he declines, I would suggest, and this
Good, yes, yes. Slow, like the decomposition of a corpse. How'd you do?
8.
Okay.
Like the inevitable march of time.
Okay.
17.
Nice.
The
All right, so
inevitable count is at
you
about
and Manus get to go first. Okay, cool. So I'll let you decide which of the two of you want to go first, Kiki or Manus.
Manus, do you have an idea of what you want to do?
I would argue that Kiki would just go first.
Yes,
Sure, yes, that's reasonable.
Kiki like takes one of like the several hand axes she has around her waist and yeets it at the kneecaps of Dane Dashope.
Use their full name, please. Dane the Devastator.
Dane the Devastator Dashope.
Do we have to say the whole name every time?
Just shorten it to Triple D.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so I'm gonna roll to make an attack against Dane the Devastator Dashope.
Okay. Thank you.
I get a 21 against Dane the Devastator
How
Dashope.
dare you? How dare you attack Dane the Devastator Dashope directly?
Did somebody say Dane the Devastator Dasho?
Dane the Devastator Dashope is now gonna, I assume,
damage.
take about 5 points of
Good.
slashing damage.
Slashing doesn't start with a D. You ruined it.
Just slashing damage.
Just slashing. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have a bodyguard, a big meat shield between you and your enemies, but when your enemies start yeeting axes at you, it's a goblin word. It means to throw. Yeah. So you hurl this hand axe, and Dane the Devastator Dasho manages to throw themselves off of their throne just in enough time, like they get grazed by the axe, and then they roll to the side. Hirak, the bodyguard, roars like I hadn't thought that missile weapons were a thing.
Wait, ranged weapons.
fair.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. So cool. Do you want to do anything else? You still got some rage left in you. You want to fly into one?
Yeah, why not? I'll rage it up, and she'll as the axe gains purchase, she's like, and is in her rage,
Nice.
in her happy
Excellent.
place.
Good. All right, cool. Great. So Manus, you get to act immediately thereafter.
Okay. So I see this young, impressionable goblin youth kind of getting into the throes of bloodlust.
I love Goblin Youth. Their first album was so
The
good.
goblin youths. The two youths.
The thing is, you
I
can't
saw-
have a Goblin shoegaze band because they don't wear shoes. So
It's on Ravnica. It's just called foot gaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
So I'm gonna I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna cast Bless on Kiki. And I'm like, all right, you go do your thing. Please do not dismember Dane, the Destroyer,
Devastator.
Devastator Dasho, please.
So
I prefer to keep him alive.
You can bless up to 3 creatures with the blessing of the Celestian.
Well, it turns out that I have 3 homeboys that I can bless. I bless all my homeboys.
okay. What does it feel? What does it feel like for them to be blessed by the Celestian conclave?
By Manus?
Yeah.
It's
what is the blessing
different.
of Manus?
The blessing of Manus is kind of like, you know when your pillow gets really warm? Oh, yeah. It's not a cold pillow.
Right.
It's the warm pillow. It's like a
sort
hot,
of-
like it's hot and you've slept all night.
Sort of tingly.
Yeah.
Music sounds better. Food tastes a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You just kind of want to
Well,
sit in a blanket.
The thing is, he's got 2 variations on the spell. The other one, you don't really feel anything, but it doesn't hurt as much when you would normally be in pain. Only one kind of blessed spell will really get you fucked up.
But this one's kind of like, it's kind of uncomfortable, but like but very kind of like dry, you know?
It's a dry bless.
It's a dry blessing. Yeah.
Is this helping at all?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but you get
It's
an
like
extra.
you have a mild itch around your neck. Like,
Yeah.
You get an extra D4 whenever you attack or make a saving throw, as long as you have the blessings of your friend Manus.
cool.
So Manus, you are dedicating some part of your brain to concentrating on keeping this bless spell going.
Yes.
So as long as you aren't struck or anything like that happens, like you can keep blessing them.
Cool.
And
I would
that's
like
your
to point out that Manus is a perfect multitasker and would never drop the spell.
excellent.
Yeah,
So
okay.
this is your turn. You're good.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So next up would be Dane the Devastator Dasho.
Come on down.
Hey.
So Dane grabs in their roll. They roll off of the throne. They reach behind the throne. They grab a spear that they've got waiting there, and they hurl it back at you.
uh-oh.
They too can yeet. So
A gruel yeet fight.
yeah, what's your armor class?
It is 15.
Okay. I got a 15 exactly. So
Do I get the addition of the blessed dice? Is that
not for people hitting you.
Oh,
just for
okay.
you hitting people. You're
Right,
gonna take,
right,
you're gonna take
right.
some damage, but you are in a rage, so you take 8 damage, which is reduced down to 4 by the mighty crunch.
yeah.
moly.
So your
Yay.
totem
Praise
crunch.
be to the crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
So the totem protects you, and yeah, you take half damage. And then Dane, brave Dane, hides behind the throne. Sorry, takes cover. It's pretty devastating back there. You wouldn't understand. So that's Dane's move. And now Dane's bodyguard, Hirak Greathoof, is going to meet your challenge and charge you. He's going to run headlong. We're going to do this thing.
Can we Minotaur fight and like mash heads in the middle?
Let's see. You are next in the order, so
Yeah.
if you're going to charge them,
I
we
was
can
gonna
just do it at the
can
same
we just
time.
charge at the same time
Yes.
and
Yeah,
just
let's
like
just both-
straight horn butt?
let's just both do
Yeah.
it.
All
Yeah.
right. I've been blessed though. Has he been
Yes.
blessed?
No, there's no
Ooh.
blessing for Hirak Greathoof.
That fool.
Only devastation.
You should make friends with an elephant.
You can't say that.
Hey, what the hell?
Heated gaming
Dude,
moments.
come on.
All right, I got a 20. What's your roll?
What am I adding to this?
It's an attack. It's like an attack.
Oh, like
roll,
an attack?
so horns.
Okay. I got an 18.
You both hit. So roll your damage.
I always figured that like you just both end up stabbing each other.
Oh, they do. It's
Oh,
very
totally.
erotic.
I stab him for 7. How much does he stab me for?
He stabs you for 7,
Oh no.
12,
Uh-oh.
18.
Oh.
Hello?
He
Why
stabbed,
is he
stabbed
so
you
much more
better.
swole than I am?
That's a great question.
Wow.
He lifts.
18?
Because he works out. I don't know. You're filing paperwork all the time.
Yeah, Surge, his name
Maybe
is...
he worked on your body sometimes.
In the midst of being brutally stabbed in this, can I use action surge?
On your turn, yeah. Let me finish with
Okay,
Hirak's
yeah,
turn.
yeah, yeah.
How much
Ow.
damage do you again? 2, 3?
I did 7.
Right.
3.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. Please, I've sharpened these.
Wow.
They're kind of pokey.
You haven't been to the salon in a while.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Can't believe I got out Minotaured.
Yeah. So you get slammed into. Oh, you need to make a saving throw. Actually, you both do because
Okay.
your slamming attack make a strength save.
Does this also work with the D4 blessing?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy
The
moly.
blessing is multi-purpose and useful.
You're
right.
welcome.
Yeah. You're
20.
contributing.
I'm
How'd you do?
helping.
I got a 20.
20, nice. Okay, so you both slam into each other. You're knocked back a couple of feet, but you're still face to face. No one is knocked down. Technically, you took more damage, but in the Minotaur battle for dominance headbutting thing, this was just round 1, right?
Yeah.
You would, if you were fighting over a mate, you would continue
Oh,
bashing heads until
non-stop till one of us falls.
the two of you made out.
Yeah.
So the next thing that happens is the rest of your turn. So what do you want to
Right.
do? You've charged in.
Yeah.
You've still got a bonus action and a move action.
Can I use action surge for another attack?
Yeah. You
All
totally
right.
can.
Now, I don't want it to look like in this ancient, respectful tradition of Minotaurs that I'm being less Minotaur, but I'm going to switch to a net.
Okay, you throw a net on him.
Yeah.
Whoa! Like bang! Ah!
Yeah.
Kinky.
So I'm going to try and entangle him with the net so we can go after the target and be like,
Yeah,
you stay
yeah,
there.
yeah.
We can Minotaur later, but, the law.
Wow.
Minotaur
It was
later.
one stab and you already gave up on tradition.
You thought that butting heads with a Minotaur was going to hurt less. Yeah. And it hurt a lot, and you're like, oh, no.
No.
You just throw a net, you're like,
Oh, I know. Actually, screw this.
It's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks
I've
like.
never actually done that before. It hurts so bad.
You gotta focus on the mission,
Why do we
please.
do that all the
Both
time?
just lying there sobbing, like, oh god,
Just make a
I
noise.
need a doctor.
Just make a noise like, yeah.
All right. So make an attack roll.
Okay,
So
I
you're
throw the
gonna-
net.
Yeah, you throw the net. So you're gonna roll a d20. You're gonna add the d4. You're gonna add your dexterity bonus and your proficiency bonus.
I roll a 24 to net.
Hell yeah! All right. So here at Great Hoof, mighty bodyguard is now restrained by the net until he is able to free himself.
Excellent.
And while he is restrained, you can just like wail on him with advantage if you want. It's kind of a dick move, but you can do it.
I mean,
Jesus, like the poor, you just throw a net on him. It's like, all right, now stomp on him a bunch.
Well, that's a little bit weird because if I say you're under arrest and then we stomp on.
You saw him; he had an axe.
like, Serge yelled, I'm a hemophiliac, and then the other Minotaur turned away in disgust, and he throws a net on him.
The Azorius move would be to throw a sword on him and then be like, he's got a sword, and then stomp on him, right? Like, thankfully,
He's got a sword. He's coming right for us.
Yeah, thankfully we didn't invite any of them, so we're okay. Good. Good. All right, so that's the rest of your turn.
Yeah.
It's your turn, my friend.
Cool. Can I see Dane the Devastator Dash Hope?
You cannot currently. They are bravely hiding behind their throne.
Can I get myself in a position where I can?
Yeah, I think if you just use your turn to get an angle on them, you can. Yep.
Use my move or my whole turn?
You'd have to use your whole turn because there's a lot of drunk goblins to maneuver around and.
No, I want to actually be proactive here. So I guess I'll just wail on this Minotaur.
Yeah.
So the
Kick him
Minotaur,
while he's down.
and he's just roaring and he's angry at being restrained. He's pulling on the net, and he is definitely more helpless than he was a minute ago. So what do you want to do?
You don't have to kill it. And, by the way,
I didn't bless you to murder him.
Stop resisting arrest.
Make him sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to use your ray of sickness?
Is this a spell?
So
or
it is a spell. Do you have any more?
Yeah, I do. Because I used it.
Yeah, you got two more. You've used it twice.
Yeah.
I like the idea that
Well, we have
Graham's
short
character
rest too, right?
sees this Minotaur under a net and just walks up and goes, bzz. just like
Just
you're
blast
saying.
him with
If you
spells.
didn't want to get zapped, you wouldn't have got caught by the net.
You can see the chain of events that led your life to this point, right?
You see, actions have consequences. We're teaching a lesson.
23.
Yeah, it's definitely enough. Roll. You have advantage. Roll again just in case it's a crit.
All right.
It is not, but you
Okay.
still hit him. All right.
Cool.
So now, go ahead and roll your damage. But now he's in a net. He's restrained, and now he's violently vomiting on himself.
Took
After you
five,
blast him
I've
with
had
the
this
sickness
dream
beam.
before.
5 poison damage.
5 poison. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I think that this spell has another
I think
effect.
I think they get continuing poison.
Yeah, poor guy. Let's see. Ray of Sickness. 2d8 poison damage, and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, he's also poisoned until the end of the next turn. Poisoned, I think, just is disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So he goes from being fucked to being super fucked.
Yes, the
let's-
death spiral.
Let's see here. He's got pretty good con. Your DC is 14.
Yep.
He makes it. All right.
Aw.
So it's just like a little barfing, not
All
like
right.
a full-on retching up your organs barfing. It's
Like
still
into
not,
the mouth, and then you swallow it, and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You ever seen a Minotaur trapped in a net dry heave?
Yeah.
just making awful mooing sounds. It's not good. All right, so
I shed a tear in Minotaur sympathy.
Like
That
more
is-
like mediocre hoof, am I right? Got him.
I got him. Nailed it. All right, Kiki.
Roasted.
Yeah,
It's your turn.
roasted.
So upon seeing the cowardly Dane Devastator Dashhoof
or Dash Hope. Sorry, now I'm conflating two of these entities together. Kiki goes, meh, all right, and then sees everybody ganging up on the,
Hey, we
the
ganging up
Minotaur.
on the Minotaur?
Yeah. So she's gonna take out her javelin and stab him in the calves.
Yeah.
Huh, calves.
Wait. Wait. Not the younglings. His legs, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like,
His kids
was
that
gonna
are
say,
here
yeah, I was gonna
that are
say-
like, yeah, Jade, and they're like, no, Dad.
Generally, as a dungeon master, I'm pretty open to letting the players just like come up with shit. But you're like, I kill his children. I'm like, I don't think that they're.
I think Manus was like,
They're
"Can
not
we
here.
go?"
They're with mom right
Yeah.
now. They're shopping. It's fine.
It's like, now I want to send a message.
I'm just destroying families on this campaign.
I leave.
First the
I find his
Badgers.
kids. I murder them. I bring them back, and I throw them at his feet. All right, that'll take about like 6 or 7 rounds.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to go stab him?
Yeah,
Go ahead. You have advantage.
All right.
So you can roll 2d20 and then add a d4 to your best result.
Right. So the other one was better. So it would be a 19.
Okay, no problem. Yep. Yeah, you hit him. Roll damage.
Okay.
Hey, can we maybe not brutally murder the Minotaur?
Yeah, so he's like between heaves. He's screaming about like cowards and like mostly invectives aimed at you for being like a weakling Boros slime. Like I'm gonna tear you apart and wear your horns.
Yeah.
See how
Ideal
many
as a
bits of
codpiece.
Boros dude that guy's wearing?
Kiki stabs on in for 10
Oh
damage.
Jesus! All right, it hurts real bad. It hurts him real bad.
Manus is like just like.
Yeah, you made this happen. You're empowering all of them. They're glowing with like the green
You know
aura
what,
of your
Manus-
blessing.
This
Manus-
is so easy. Thanks, Manus.
Manus
you did
stops.
it.
Manus stops the bless.
No, that's good. That's good.
Manus is like,
Excellent.
hey, I'm
You're
uncomfortable.
like, I have changed my mind about this. This is horrific.
Manus stops the bless.
Okay, because it is your turn.
Yeah, I stop-
And
first
you
of
don't, that
all,
doesn't
like-
take an action, but
Okay.
all of a sudden, none of you feel the pillowy softness of the blessed spell.
Oh man,
any
the
longer.
flesh doesn't break away as easy anymore.
You feel guilt wash over you. So what do you want to do, Manus?
Well, I don't want to murder anybody.
That's fair.
my only options, really. Okay. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
going to try to get closer to Dane the Devastator.
So I'm going to point out to you just because it's a character that I made and you're playing for the first time.
Yeah.
If you really want to stop your friends from murdering this person, you have the Sanctuary spell, right?
Oh, yeah, that's actually what, yeah, Manus would like. Okay, so yeah, that's a good idea. So Manus would, I do that, DM. So Manus runs up to the Minotaur, who's currently being bullied.
Yes, yeah, everyone is shooting sickness beams at him and kicking and punching him and spitting on him. And one of the
just another-
goblins took his homework.
Just another day at D&D high school.
yeah,
like,
yeah, right. And he's just screaming like, no, my Vampire
He's
Masquerade
like,
core
yeah.
book.
He's like, no, I love Sam I Am. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
right.
so
Exactly, someone has pulled his braid t-shirt up over his head.
his
Anybody
Okay,
else got
and
any
so
hurtful
Manus-
stories from
Manus
high
is like-
school they want to throw into the scene?
They're
Or-
calling me surgery. Just like,
Manus is like, stop!
Susan keeps yelling at him.
And
Anyway.
Manus casts Sanctuary around the
Okay.
Minotaur.
All right. Yeah. So Sanctuary is a spell that wards a creature against attack. So until the spell ends, any creature attempting to target this poor beaten up Minotaur has to make a Wisdom saving throw first.
Yeah.
okay,
On a failed save, you have to choose a new target or just lose the attack.
sure.
So you all feel suddenly, and I think it is very much like repulsion. Like you get to make like why do they feel like they can't attack this person? Is it crushing guilt? Is it like they recognize finally the sanctity of life?
Yeah, that one. They're
Yeah.
just like, wow, he's a living, breathing creature with feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all feel that.
Yeah, you feel
You
that
can
deep
feel it.
inside. And it's usually and it's David Attenborough's voice.
Now the noble Minotaur
Behold
and his
the noble
harem
Minotaur.
of goblins as they ascend the glacier.
All he wants is a mate.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
Seen
so,
here.
so he's now you recognize his personhood all of a sudden out of nowhere, and that's how that goes.
That really F's with Vogos, by the way.
yeah, right.
Like big time.
Okay.
Yeah, he's no longer merely future worm food, but like maybe a thing that might have value now, not as a servile corpse.
No, but it's just like the concept of like the, the sanctity of life, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Manus could take you to like a guild recruitment center if you want to have a longer conversation about this with like an elf or a dryad maybe. So you can do a personality test. They're free. So
Damn.
so they're still turned. It's only a bonus action to show someone the sanctity of life. If there's anything else you want to do, Manus, before Dane the Devastator Dash Hope takes their turn.
I don't think so. I don't think Manus would be like more just kind of like I actually put myself between the Minotaur and my friends. I'm like, all right, he learned his lesson. Like, come on, he's puking his guts out.
All right.
Yeah.
So Dane, who last we saw was hiding from missile fire, you as characters don't see Dane, but we as a floating omniscient camera cut to the inverse shot of them behind the throne. They're not cowering. They're not like weeping in fear. They're not like scrambling for a weapon. They have both hands on their head, and the jewel is pulsing. And somewhere, not too far from here, a terrible cry issues from the wurm as it turns its mighty body towards its master and begins its journey towards you.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
Shai Halud coming. It is Hirak's turn. Hirak is going to attempt to break free from the net in which, and I think probably Hirak didn't see you cast the spell, but sees you throw yourself in front of him.
Yeah.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
Yeah, sure can. That is a 21.
All right. I'm going to make a, I don't know, philosophical unchangeability roll.
Ooh, another philosophy roll. I like
Oh,
that.
I got a 7. So, all right. So, Hirak's inner monologue says smash.
Yeah.
Everything about Hirak's life has led them to believe that the only correct response to violence is more violence. And here, trapped under the heavy weight of this net and their upbringing, they feel that the only right and true thing to do is to murder all of you and bathe in your blood, as is their way. But something about your noble actions, Manus, your gentle nature, your abiding way, has turned this creature's heart. And say what you will about the Silesian Conclave, at least they have an ethos. The Minotaur lets the axe slip from his grasp and falls to his knees, looking up at you with confusion and distraught in his eyes. You see the gentle beast within the bloodstained exterior.
I do that thing where you go, shh, like down his like chin.
He begins to weep.
Yeah.
To weep at a life misspent. To weep at
okay.
all of the lives ended at his hand.
Well-
He now bears these combat trophies as a terrible burden, recognizing too, as with your friends, the sanctity of the life that each one represents.
Yeah.
And he just begins to sob between dry heaves.
Oh yeah. I don't even care what the dry heaves. I give him the big hug. I'm like, it's all right. It's
Okay,
all right.
good. All right.
It's okay.
Good. So he spends his turn
Yeah.
sobbing.
Having a real personal moment.
Yeah, really just having
Yeah.
a moment. Yeah. It'll only last about 55 minutes, and then their session will be up, and they'll have to schedule another one with you. So in the meantime, what are you
And
going to do?
it's
You see this
expensive.
Yeah.
moment of
Good, good. Clearly, he's seen the error of his ways and now believes in justice. Manus, arrest the Minotaur. I'll go out.
Yeah, you could. I mean, let me see what the range is on calm emotions.
I mean, is getting hit with an axe an emotion?
Well,
I think you have an emotional response to being. Oh,
I think
okay.
we're a lot better equipped to say
no,
that
this is
Dane
great.
has
Calm-
emotions than bees.
Calm emotions
Yeah.
is an area of effect spell.
Oh, yeah, I
Everyone-
need everybody to chill out.
Yeah, everyone within a sphere, a 20-foot radius sphere,
Yeah.
has to make a charisma saving throw, and then you can either suppress any effect causing them to be charmed or frightened, right? It like just chills everybody out, or you can make them indifferent about creatures of your choice that they are hostile towards.
Huh. That doesn't really work.
Well, so it calms everybody down, so
Yeah.
you can just be like, nobody is
'Cause I don't
hostile
know.
to
I wonder
anybody.
if the thing with Dane is tied to emotions? That's what I'm wondering. It's not just like obviously he's
You can make
concentrating.
an insight check.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah,
please?
on Dane, because you feel feelings.
Yeah. A 14.
14? Okay, yeah. So yes, on the surface, Dane is screaming with pain at having a horrible burning circlet attached to their skull. Their brain is literally boiling right now.
Yeah,
that sounds
But
bad.
the emotional subtext of the boiling brain screaming is betrayal. Somebody promised Dane the Devastator Dashhope it wouldn't be this way.
Huh.
They are angry, right?
Okay.
They're angry that like somebody fucked them over, and
Okay.
they're mad about that.
Yeah, and that's causing them to control. Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna.
It's hard to say.
I mean, like that's what I'm.
Yeah.
My thought process. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions centered on Dane.
Okay. All right, so a sphere of chill erupts from Dane Dashhope.
Yeah.
And so you want to basically just like chill everybody out?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, all right.
I just want to talk to Dane, try to calm him down.
I think everybody's within range of this. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
I got a 4.
The DC will be 13.
It's your wisdom.
Oh, it's my
bonus
wisdom. It's not
plus
charisma?
wisdom. No,
Oh.
it's wisdom plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so 15.
plus 8.
Sorry. Oh, plus 8?
Yeah, 13.
13.
yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, DC 13 charisma save for everybody.
Fail.
Yep. Fail. Dane fails.
Vogos fails, but Vogos has been quite calm this whole time.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Confused,
Well,
but
I mean, so maybe you can all interpret how
Yeah.
this calms you down, but basically you don't feel the need to emotionally act on any violent behavior towards Dane. Like you're not hostile towards Dane anymore, and how that is expressed is up to you. But it also works on Dane, and that Dane is also chilled out towards all of you. So what I think happens, for Dane at least, is that when the pain of betrayal evaporates, it's just replaced with like searing cranial pain with the
I
fire.
can't stop that.
Yeah. So they fall to the ground, and I think it's like there would be fear instead, but they can't really feel anything. So they have no emotional imperative. It's just a physical response
Okay.
to being scalded in the brain.
Is there any change in what the worm is doing?
It's way too far away for you to know.
Also, the tendrils, like the aura.
They're reacting to your magic. Like they're flickering and like writhing, almost like they're still mad.
Okay. Do I have
Yeah.
time to ask? Is he talking or is he just?
They're in too much
screaming?
pain
Okay.
on account of the aforementioned hot brain syndrome.
I guess like I can't cast another spell, right?
No, that's it.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So Dane just begs for mercy, I guess, but not from you necessarily. Who would be closest? You just stuck him with it. The two of you make perception checks.
9.
Okay.
2.
All right, Dane is trying to say something. They are like their teeth are like gritting. You can almost hear their teeth cracking. They're in so much pain, but they're trying to like say something, but you can't make out what it is through the like hisses of pain and
I assume
what have you.
he wants to be taken into custody.
Yes, that's definitely what they're saying. You're like, I
All
think you want me to truncheon you again. Yes. All right, so Hirak Greathoof spends his turn rethinking his life.
Yeah.
It is your turn.
Okay. Dane the Devastator Dashhope. The name of the Boros. You're under arrest. Stop resisting.
Okay, good.
Well, they're writhing in pain.
Yeah, I stopped there. Look at him.
Do you want to try to restrain
Oh, that's a
them?
great idea.
Like,
Yeah.
They're not. They're like they're flopping around.
I'll put the axe down, and I assume I have handcuffs somewhere in here.
I think it's reasonable to
Sure.
assume that you carry on manacles.
All right,
You're that kind of minotaur.
Yeah. Ooh, hey. I roll to restrain.
Okay. I mean, you don't really have to roll. I mean, you do because they're not actively resisting, but they're flailing around.
yeah.
What'd you get? It's an
I rolled
athletic.
a 13.
It's an athletics roll.
18.
18?
Wait, no. Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
18.
It's 18.
Yeah.
Okay. I get a 20.
No.
Dane is too strong. And this is the thing is they're just like a little half elf. They're stringy, right?
Stop resisting.
And they're just like flailing and like push you off, and you scatter away from them. You can't hold them down.
Kiki, more axe.
So before Kiki gets to apply more axe, what do you want to do?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
So the impression is that they're only reacting to the heat now.
Yes, you are the only reason that they are suffering.
Oh.
Do you want to deal them 2d8 damage?
Well, no. I'd wanted to get the crown off.
I mean, yes, it is. It's red hot, so like the gold is melting into their skull.
Oh.
So it's, I mean, fairly low melting point. So
That's right.
it's more. You could probably go up and try to yank it out. If
I was
you
going to say,
wanted.
question, as the metal expands, is it getting looser?
Yeah, I mean, yes, exactly. Yeah, the gem's like, yeah, you're destroying the thing. So
Okay.
it just happens to also be causing them horrific pain.
Then I'd like to stop the heat part and try to pull it out.
Okay, let's have you try to pull it out first because you might want to continue heating it
All right.
for a second attempt.
Sure.
So roll the 2d8 first.
It's only gonna hurt for a little longer.
Yeah.
Bear
Let me
with
just-
it.
let me just get
Bear
in here and
with
get
it.
this.
5.
Okay, they are still alive.
Good.
You approach.
Yeah.
How much damage did you do?
That was 10.
10
Woof.
total, Yep.
That
Yeah.
I mean, they've been screaming a lot.
Yeah, so they're lying there screaming, they're flailing around.
All right.
You wanna tell me what you do? So they've just pushed your Minotaur friend away with rage, strength, and
Yeah.
pain. You approach, they're flailing, their skull is burning. It smells like hot skull up here.
Gosh, I hope I'm wearing gloves.
Well, so you have a symbiotic relationship with a cloud of spores that you could use to like protect yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to do it. We haven't seen your halo of spores yet.
Sure.
You want to do
If
that?
you think that'll help me not burn myself, yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
So they're basically like
Hey, check this out. I have spores.
They're basically near invisible, like tiny fungal spores that float around you all the time, but that you can use to empower yourself or to hurt your enemies. They can be corrosive or protective. So
Are
I think,
you
yeah,
Spawn?
if you, yeah, right.
What?
Are you Spawn?
Todd McFarlane's Vogos.
Yeah.
So you can make them like into a shield around your hand and try to
Okay.
use that to protect you from the burning and
Great.
what have you.
Can you
Yeah.
make it into like a crowbar?
In their spores. Make an athletics check, and you can do it with advantage. You have spore
Awesome.
strength.
Cool.
Hot damn.
What's a 14? All right. 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, distracted, in horrible pain, approaching the end of their life.
But not in horrible emotional
But not
pain.
feeling. Okay, so
Just physically.
approaching the end of their mortal life, pretty much like, whatever, bro. It's a physical response.
Good.
They're not afraid
I'm
of
glad
what's
we're on the
happening.
same
Yeah,
page.
exactly. You finally see in their eyes someone who understands you.
What it is to not fear their
Yeah,
own death.
as you reach out and yank
Great.
the dripping golden thing from their head. So you can't pull it free intact. You have to
Right.
pull the gem from it.
Yeah.
Because it's melted enough to yank it free. And you yank it out, and you see reflecting in its surface for a moment a familiar image, a glyph. It is the sigil of the Simic. You see it reflected in the gemstone for just a moment as you yank it free. And as you do, the two of you here, before Dane gives up the ghost, Dane utter the words, Krakenhawk, why? And then pass out from the pain.
Uh-oh.
What?
It was all a lie.
What?
Also, are you? She like pokes him or them a bit, and
They're dying unless somebody
They're-
wants
oh,
to do something about
They're
that.
dying?
Yes.
Not die yet.
Dying.
Yeah,
Okay.
dying.
Can I cast spare from dying?
Yeah, you want to spare the dying?
Yeah,
Cool.
hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you like rush up to their side.
Yeah.
The rest of the Gruul like hangers on have scattered.
Yeah.
And
Vogos, they've surrendered.
yeah, and so now you have this unconscious Gruul hero.
Whenever Manus heals anybody or does anything, he has to cup their head.
Yeah. Just like it's
He's like,
okay.
it's okay.
your eyes.
Yeah. So as you do this, we get another cut to a location somewhere else, right? We see a grotto-like sanctum. We can hear water dripping. We see a man who's more octopus parrot than man. We hear a shriek of rage as he like knocks a scrying orb off of the table and storms out of his zonot. And we cut back to you. The worm is still coming.
Oh.
You have in your hand the gemstone that controls this thing, maybe, and it is being drawn to it like a moth to the flame. If the moth was a giant worm and the flame were 4 idiots who were about to die.
4 idiots?
I'm open to recommendations.
Okay. I mean, gut reaction is to break the gem, but it's not a suggestion.
Well,
Well, there's
can
no
I
bad
make,
ideas in brainstorming. Thank you, Menace.
I mean, can you make untrained Arcana checks?
I mean,
Like, you know-
you can, yes.
I can make
Yeah.
a trained Arcana check.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Menace, you've been friends with everyone so far. Can you stop
Not
the worm?
good.
Nope.
Mine was bad.
Mine
you
was
both got back. You have
even
no
worse.
idea how this
It's
thing works
7
or
or
what
yeah.
its deal is or...
so I'm new to this whole wave of emotions thing.
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot in the past. Each turn is what, 6 seconds?
Yeah.
In like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to kill someone, and then I didn't want to kill them, and then I thought I wanted to kill a different person, and then I didn't want to kill them either.
The great irony of it is that you felt less things in the last 12 seconds than in your whole life combined.
Yeah. And as I was stabbing our friend here on the ground, I couldn't help but see that anger seemed to be what was really driving the worm around and whatnot. Perhaps some other form of emotion would do the opposite?
Maybe, what if you just had sleepy thoughts?
Do we have to love the worm?
Oh my God.
Is Dane coherent at all?
No, they're unconscious.
If
If
I
you
bop
have
a-
if you have any healing magic left,
I
you
do.
could bring them back.
I can bop a cure light wounds on him, like a cure wounds.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I cup his head.
Their unconscious head,
Yeah.
walls
Yeah.
to the side.
And I'm like, shh.
Yeah.
Careful, now that's a prisoner.
A little boop. A little boop.
Okay.
boop, boop.
Yeah.
Thing.
So they're brought back. There's a scream.
Oh, he screams?
Well, there's a scream. A sudden it was finishing an earlier scream.
I woke up screaming about bees. It's a normal
right.
reaction, yeah.
So and they reach for their head like there's still some pain there.
I'm like, hey, big
They have a
guy.
big hole here with blood trailing down their face, and they're confused. They look up at you.
I'm like, hey, big guy, you're out for a little bit. Question. We've got the gem. We need to stop the thing.
So they turn, like wiping blood from their eyes, and they touch the tender gem hole where their head used to be.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I shouldn't be able to feel my own skull.
That's going to be a
and-
sick scar.
Yeah, pretty much is. Big ovoid. And they look back at you, and they're just like obviously very confused about what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Take it all in stride. It's all right. We took the headband off. You're free now.
And
you don't have to think about it anymore.
they get a look. Dane gets a look like a panic when you say like we took it away.
Okay, that's bad. I don't like that look. Stop that look. I need you
Is
to
calm emotion
concentrate.
still up? Yeah.
No, I think if you die and come back from the dead, you're free from the
Okay,
spell.
okay.
Oh no, it's a concentration spell. Are you maintaining the aura of chill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make a charisma save.
You
to
know
see
what?
if they-
Maybe the worm isn't such a
Okay,
big
they
deal.
failed their charisma save.
all
The
chill.
fear washes over them, and they're still here. So
Okay.
they look at you and they're like, I don't understand.
I know. It's a lot taken.
He said if I took it out, I'd be dead. Something. And they I think wince like, oh fuck, my skull is still there. Shit. Oh, it's not better.
To be fair, you were dead briefly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm not now. So thanks
So
for that.
You're welcome.
See, it's not so bad.
And they look down and we see Hirak like kneeling, like like weeping, and they're just this look of disgust, like, oh buddy.
Hey, he is trying his hardest.
He's doing work. Okay.
He's coming. Much like a beautiful butterfly emerges from the cocoon, Hirak is working on things.
There is a rumble as the worm knocks over a series of buildings on its way to you, and everybody turns and like, you see.
Hey, friends, no rush. But there's a thing coming.
Dane, we need to know how to stop this thing.
What do you mean stop it? There's no stopping it. It's the freaking apocalypse.
You were able to control it.
Yeah, well, that was temporary, wasn't it?
Okay.
Krakenok promised me the greatest beast I'd ever seen.
Uh-huh.
And I got what I wanted. It just hurt a lot.
Is there like a safe word or like a, I don't know, a lever?
No, you moron. The whole point of the thing is to destroy Ravnica. You know, so the dragon can't have it.
Okay.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
So,
The big one.
so he nods. They nod and they're like, yeah, so like, it's a done deal, isn't it?
Did we break the gem?
So while all this has been happening,
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get run over by a worm.
You're standing there with your manacles, like, I'm gonna get you.
No. I've actually, like, very matter of fact, pulled out my pen and paper, and I'm like writing out like notes, and just like, well, when I die, at least the paper trail will show who the real perpetrator is. And I'm like arranging my uniform, and like, I will die an honorable Boros death.
Fucking
and-
folding a
and-
Boros flag over your own coffin and getting into it, and closing it, and just playing taps for yourself on your own tiny fucking trumpet.
Yeah. Oh no, it's perfect. I will make sure that it is an honorable way, and that people will know the truth. Damn it!
Are you the swollest? Or are you the swollest?
That's
I'm pretty swole.
I like how everyone else is trying to solve the problem.
overall.
and you're
Overall,
like,
I'm a fairly
U.S. Embassy in Saigon.
Well, it's a different type of problem to solve here. The problem is justice. My life is inconsequential for the glory of Ravnica.
I'm
As
a
long,
fairly ripped goblin.
All right.
as long as Bacon Hawk or whatever his name is goes down and is proved guilty for his crimes, then it's worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Think you can break this?
Can I? And like Kiki grabs the gem
Whoop.
because she doesn't know anything about all of this. She-
Right. Yeah. None of this matters. Someone
Yeah.
just gave you something to destroy.
yeah, and she like so upon grabbing it, does she like feel anything from this gem at all?
Normally, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
17.
Okay, yes. So I was gonna say normally you wouldn't feel anything on account of the calm emotions aura.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you feel something. You feel a great and terrible power from somewhere else channeling through this thing. You can feel when you touch it. You feel a chill kind of wash over you, and you can feel it like crackling with energy.
Can Kiki give in to this?
Yes. So your urge, I think.
Like not
I'll tell you
what.
what like opening yourself up to a little bit what you want to do. So the urge is you look around and you see like one of Dash Hope's discarded like knives lying around. You really want to grab that knife and cut a hole in your forehead and jam this bad boy in there. That's the urge you're feeling right now.
Okay.
You know that's a bad urge to like.
Yes.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
That's not what I'm just curious if she like
I
feels
think with
the
the
interaction
17, yes.
to it.
Now you feel that's an outside influence trying to get you to do something. That's not the crunch talking, baby. That's some other thing.
Yeah. So
we need the crunch.
Yeah, thinking of the crunch.
Give
and
us the
rubbing.
crunch.
I assume I have like a totem.
Sure.
I have my totem with me, and I
Yeah.
listen.
What symbolic object of crunchdom do you carry with you?
I carry. We have a family crunch for where I come.
Did you grow up on a crunch farm?
A crunch
or-
farm,
Nice.
yeah.
Man,
and
I really want there to be like a mobile game like Crunch Farmer.
Oh,
Kiki
please.
the Crunch Farmer. Wow.
I was about to say, like, man, who could we talk to make that? And then I remembered where we were at this very friggin' moment.
Yeah, like Stardew Valley, but with crunches.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm all over it.
But she's got a vial that has crunch hair and like hoof clippings and whatnot in it.
Is this from like
her,
a special like matriarch crunch from back home?
Yes,
down
yeah.
on the farm.
Yeah, her name was Sharonda.
Sharonda, the mighty crunch matriarch. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You think back to Sharonda and her deep well of internal strength.
Yeah, and goes, Sharonda, give me strength. And Kiki slams the gem down on the ground
Nice.
and grabs her battle axe and attempts to smash the
All right,
ding-dang thing.
as you lift your axe over your head, you swear you can almost taste the like warm teats of Sharonda.
Wait, where I drank from the
Yeah,
source.
you drank right from the-
You
everyone,
don't.
yeah.
It's much better if you don't have like porcelain touching it. You want it straight
it's
from the teat.
unpasteurized, just hot from the teat.
Yeah.
You can feel Sharonda's strength suffusing
her
you.
sweet milk.
Yeah, it's delicious and it gives you
Sharonda!
power. So with a mighty battle cry, you swing your axe down.
As it's swinging, can I just be like, careful with that? That's evidence.
Make an athletics roll. You do it with advantage.
We don't-
Sharonda grants you advantage.
We don't have any of that context, so he's just going like, Sharonda!
Sharonda!
And then just like his mouth just...
Yeah, as like a milky froth emerges from her goblin face.
And she gets a 19.
Nice. All right.
This
So
is
you bring
gross.
your axe down and you shatter the gemstone. And as you do, its magic is released. There is a blast. We see it as if from a great distance, Akira style, a big blue-green like bubble of light. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
What'd you got?
14.
13.
Okay, 14, 13. Good. What'd you get?
19, baby.
18.
Nice. All right. You all survive. Let me roll for Hirak.
Oh, please don't do this to me.
All right, so you the light, this blinding light, like ripples out.
I worked
and
so hard.
In its wake, as it passes, your eyes adjust. You can see again. The remaining goblins that were here have turned into like sooty smudges on the walls, and you see like you're all like hurt. You can feel like this deep-seated pain. I'm not gonna roll damage or whatever because it doesn't matter because we got 5 minutes to go. But you look and you see the former bodyguard now having redeemed himself, kneeling on the stone, and as he looks up, you can see that the blast has like mutated him at like a deep cellular level. His one of his arms is like twice as long as it should be, and is like lying limp and like noodly on the ground. As he looks up at you, one of his eyes just kind of like sags in his face, and he like
Is he
just, like,
turning into Chunk from the Goonies?
he's just melting. He's just like she's Chernobyling right in front of your face, and he just like reaches out for you as he's dying.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
I do that. I do like it's like the painting.
I love you. I know.
All right.
Yeah, I do that thing where we're like,
Yeah. So do you wanna like
yeah.
like guide him to the ground
Hell
and
yeah.
do you say anything to him in his dying moments? Like he's like apologizing, right? He's like
Yeah.
for his life of
violence.
violence.
You were a good boy. It's okay.
Yeah, you just hold him in your arms, just pet
Yeah,
him.
you were
All right.
good. You
Okay.
were good.
All right. Let's have you roll a persuasion check to see if he believes you.
Oh my god.
It's not an important check or anything.
This might be the most important check.
19.
19. All right. Hirak, mighty warrior, multi-time mass murderer Hirak Greathoof, goes to his death, having accepted that it's possible for even a villain like him to be redeemed.
All right.
And he dies. Yeah.
Then he melts.
He dies. Yeah. There's one last wheezing breath, and he rejoins the circle of life.
Can I put Hirak in a bucket?
Why? No, I don't think that's.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have a bucket big enough for that. He's a big puddle.
What are you gonna do
of
with
goo.
a bucket of Minotaur?
And so it's a great question. And so as we conclude our show, we get a pan back from the group of you standing in this ruin. We see all of the terror that the wurm hath wrought, and in the distance we can see the wurm lying still amidst the rubble, a faint bluish steam rising off of its corpse, and then we fade to black, and that'll do it. That's our one shot.
Hey.
That was awesome, Adam. Thank you.
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you, Adam.
So I'll give everybody a chance to, one more time, if you tuned in halfway through or you just sat down because you're like, why is everybody laughing and having a great time over there? Forget you, Magic cards. I'll give everybody a chance to tell you where they can be found on the internet and maybe at the convention for the rest of the weekend. So Adam, I ended with you. Why don't we start at your end?
Yeah, I stream on Twitch, like all of us do, but twitch.tv/cbats. That's where I stream from home, and I also work a lot with Loading Ready Run. I do a wrestling podcast called Sidewalk Slam. I think it's good. You should watch it with Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, obviously everyone's going to talk about their own streams as well. I don't have my own stream because everything I do is with Loading Ready Run, but we're all with Loading Ready Run, and you should check us out either on Twitch or YouTube for streaming or pre-recorded content. At Everything is Loading Ready Run. We're on Twitter for that. We never check Facebook anymore, but we're on that too. But yeah, Loading Ready Run, everything we do, a whole bunch of Magic content and a whole bunch of not Magic content. We do D&D stuff as well. So check that out too.
Sick. Let's jump over me. I'll go last. Serge.
Hey, what's up? My name is Serge Jaeger. You can find me, Serge Jaeger, on all socials. I also do a podcast about Canadian Highlander, which is rad Magic format called North 100. So check that out. Thank you very much for that, friends. I'm also in a D&D campaign right now on the Loading Ready Run channel. My friend Cameron's DMing it. It's awesome. So watch that on Monday nights on the Loading Ready Run channel. Oh, thanks, friends.
They love you, Serge.
Hi, I am Ben, and I also do the streaming thing, as everybody here does. My channel is Bengineering. I do all kinds of content. I also do a bunch of stuff with Loading Ready Run. We actually also more D&D stuff. Started doing a new D&D campaign on my channel that has both Adam and Serge in it as well. It takes we just did old-fashioned Faerun. Yeah, we started it last week, and we're doing it every other Thursday, with this Thursday being the second part of it.
Oh, nice. Good time to get in.
Yeah, cool. I haven't DM'd since 4th edition, and this has been a fun, kind of dive into it. So, yeah, and you can find me on all the socials at Bengineering TV.
Also, I wanted to mention Magic-wise that this Friday is the core set pre-release, which this time is all Loading Ready Run. So we're getting James involved. Serge is going to be playing. Corey is going to be playing. So yeah, it's all eight players. We're all Loading Ready Run this time. For the next one in the fall, we'll get guests again, but this is the core set 2020, all Loading Ready Run, all stuff all the time.
Cool.
And Adam.
That's it. All right. So thanks for coming, everybody. I'm Adam Koebel. As I said at the beginning, I'm the co-designer of a game called Dungeon World. Every GMing thing that I do is influenced by the way we made that game. So if you watch this and you're like, that was fun, you can go check it out. It's on the internet at dungeon.world. You can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Adam Koebel, or on Twitter at Skinny Ghost. And as I said before, if you like Ravnica-themed D&D, I'm in the middle of a highly conspiratorial and somewhat farcical campaign called Jace Beleren Must Die, in which a group of losers, not unlike these four, are attempting to kill my least favorite planeswalker. It's going great. So if you want to check that out, that's on twitch.tv/D&D every Wednesday morning at 9, or on YouTube at Roll20App. So thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you around. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Adam.
Adam.